should be transitioning over right now. Chat box is refreshed. Things seems to be behaving. And nothing's exploding yet.
The night is young, man.
I have never actually installed any websites through Brave browser as apps before, so we're going to see how all this behaves. But I think this will prevent me from accidentally showing project files like I did before.
Oh yeah, your security. That's why I was so paranoid when I was doing the April Fool's stream showing my browser. I hate showing my browser because even showing Twitter. Well, I've got the VPN, but I still get paranoid about showing stuff on the right hand. That might be regional.
I know, one of the AI streaming bots I was thinking about messing around with, it connects to Twitter and it can interact with it, but I'm like, it's Twitter.
Yeah.
Something horrible's going to happen.
It's mostly bots as it is. They don't
really,
care.
I think all these social media sites are just loaded with bots now. And they know they are.
Dead internet theory.
All to push ads, which I don't get. I mean, don't they realize the advertiser's going to look at that and say, well, I paid you for X number of views and I don't get crap out of it. Why am I going to pay you for that?
Yeah, and then they have to pull it back on the bots because the bots aren't actually buying anything. That's when you get the bots that are connected to your Amazon account or whatever. They'll just automatically buy stuff for you, and then they'll ship it to you without you even knowing. And then the economy just shits all over itself, and it's great. It's a whole circle of life. It's the path of I don't fucking know. I might have started the party before I got here. I apologize.
And don't forget with how they count, how they measure our economy. That doesn't make any sense. The whole GDP thing. If I take $1 and I give you the $1, then you give the $1 back. That's $3 of GDP. No, it's $1, not $3. That's not how you do that.
And with the way the math is, I've heard that if you don't include the tech sector, we actually had negative GDP last year.
Yeah,
that's how much money they're pumping into it.
Not to mention all the money just disappears for illegal things or just cash, good old cash, missed cash.
Because technically, technology is always far ahead of the legal system. It's always catching up.
Oh, yeah.
We don't even know the legality of selling AI stuff. There may be thousands upon tens of thousands of people making AI prawn on Patreon who may be trying to follow this, see what their future is going to be like.
Oh yeah, I know there's definitely some OnlyFans people using it. It's really weird to me, but it's kind of if it works, if you're making money. You're not hurting anybody. Just go for it. Fuck it.
Right.
I can get it.
I think the question is since AI is diced up pictures and other bits and pieces of other people's stuff, you didn't get their permission. So is it legal to sell it? It's a whole weird thing.
Yeah, it's an interesting
we're on the uncharted territory. We're on the cusp of this new, terrifying, frightening future, and it's kind of fucking great.
I know Nicole actually had mentioned that there's a local run version of it's not quite Suno, but it does basically the same stuff, and it runs in Comfy UI like my image generation stuff does, but it was trained on public domain music, which also brings about more interesting legal questions. So if the reason that they don't want you to make money off of or to copyright even some AI music, how does that apply to that one then? Because they do have permission. Or the studio who made Mist. one of their more recent games, they in-house trained an AI for some art assets just so they can, knock out some of the extra textures and stuff like that. The artist knew what it was for, and he was brought in to do that. People were still mad about it, but I'm like, they made this in-house to save themselves some time. What are the legal grounds on that?
People are getting reactionary about AI now, like talking about they bring up the whole effect on the environment and everything. And it's just like you've got anti-AI crusaders just as much as you've got AI crusaders. Like, it's another thing people can complain about when it's supposed to be this cool little thing you can make little things with.
I think that if AI is going to keep being a thing, they need to work on efficiency big time.
Right.
Because you hear about how much resources these the data centers take to run it.
Ridiculous amount of power driving up everyone's, and all the RAM and everything.
Yeah,
how they're going to try to
3080 can run it right
RAM.
here. So what's the deal? It's a little slower, but if my computer can run it, then what's with this data center? Why does it take so much resources if my crappy home computer can run it while streaming?
There you go.
3080 is kind of expensive right now. It's a couple of $100, but it's no data center. It's not taking that much power.
Well, supposedly it's going to be coming down a little bit now that I think they said that OpenAI was backing off from that thing where they're going to buy so much of their the percentage of the RAM made in the world.
Oh yeah, that's kind of nice. I kind of hope at least one of these data centers kind of like falls through for somebody, so that the rest of us can buy up those really nice video cards.
Oh yeah. I'll be happy anything of this 1235 IU I'm running on this old potato laptop.
Oof.
I know there's so much more important stuff going on right now. I can't afford to upgrade even if it were at regular quote unquote prices. But that's why I do stuff like Suno and Sora, stuff that's on someone else's website. Let them do the processing.
I know if I can afford it, I definitely want to at least get a 3090 and put that on the server computer. This way I could just offload processing to that thing and share it with some of the flavor bros on that. That's something I've wanted to do for so long. Because, like you said, your laptop is not going to be running any video cards in it. It's a laptop. No. It's not meant for that. But if we could just
my laptop can barely run Fighting EX later.
Plus, I like abusing my server computer. It likes it. I just looked up the RAM prices for that thing. If I was in trouble, I can make about $2,000 in RAM.
Ooh!
It has 128 gigabytes of RAM on it.
You just sit outside, get a yard sale, put a tent out in case it rains or something. It's just a dwarf sitting on his lawn with a card table with a couple sticks of RAM on it. $2,000 OBO.
I do have a 32 gigabyte kit sitting around here somewhere. When I had originally ordered this gaming PC, it was right as COVID was hitting. So I got my RTX 3080 at retail price, the original retail price, for $600 before it went crazy. But the supply was so limited, the only way you could get it was to buy a pre-built one of those custom-built PCs. So that's what I did. I just gutted everything I didn't want. So I said, yeah, I want 8 gigabytes of RAM and a 3080. And this really overpowered CPU and everything else on it, and 3 hard drives. The company building my PC were like, no, you're not doing that. We're putting 32 gigabytes in there, and we're not charging you for it. You're not running 8 gigabytes of RAM getting mad at us.
Writing a bad review.
So I got some free RAM out of that. I still don't have a use for it.
Yeah, you just complain a little bit, and it's like when you try to close down when you're pissed off at your internet service or the cable service goes up, call and threaten to close down. And if they don't put you on hold for 3 hours, they offer to let you a better plan or pay a little bit less. It's that human engineering. It's like people watching movies back to 2000 think that hacking stuff is like being in a room with black and green computer screens with industrial techno playing in the background. No, it's pretending you're an executive and calling someone and getting passwords you're not supposed to have, stuff like that. It's human engineering, and that's stuff you can teach people to be aware of. Like, not everyone can learn how to be a hacker or whatever, but you can teach people basic security. I mean, I have to, like, at my job.
Yeah, or even
people, hey,
like Red Cell in the 80s, where they figured out to break into any Navy base, all you had to do is put on a construction hat, walk in the X and say, "Oh, I forgot my badge inside," and they just flagged you right through.
There you go. Back when I worked at the job site, I had to be careful about, like, people got pissed off at me because I was very fastidious about let people on the site or not, and then someone trying to get in. I don't think I can say a whole bunch about it, but like, it's nice that someone's following the rules over there. And now I kind of worry about the place now that I'm working from home. I'm too scared to ask how things are going over there. They haven't burned the place down yet. I'll take that.
Yeah, that's usually a plus. I mean, unless they're firefighters, in which case they're probably trying to.
Right.
So, what kind of music do we want to attempt to make?
Hello, once you faithful Amanda Splats, hanging out with Sim Soaker. What type of? Well, does this program does lyrics too, right?
Yep. Another option we can do is we can try generating the music first and then give it lyrics and try to have it remix it, do like a cover for it and add lyrics later. We can also split them up and then remix both of those.
So does this also do the thing where you can upload a song and like change the genre? Because that's what I was doing recently, like taking video game songs and turning it into other things.
I think it can. I haven't messed with that too much yet, because it's got like a full audio editor built into this thing. It's not quite as good as like Audacity, but it's all right.
All the people in my other circles think like I'm an expert at AI. I'm really not. I'm just a writer, and I just know how to write like intricate prompts and stuff like that. I haven't messed with lures or things like that in a long time ago. I wouldn't even know how to get like real in depth with Sooner or any of that.
One of the ways I've been cheating is I'll have Grok in another tab, and I'll say, "Grok, how do I describe this kind of music?" I'll say, I'm making a prompt for Suno. Like, oh, okay. And it just gives me a better answer for it. It's like, thank you, Grok. I can't think like that. Yeah, I'm doing like reverse image prompts too, because like I have no idea to get exactly what I want out of some of these AI things. So I'll just feed it another image, a reference one, say, give me a prompt for this. This is the model I'm using. It's great.
Yeah, I know I used to be a Bing Create, but that's kind of like crap in the bed. I'm starting to uses the Bing search engine, and now their search engine is full of AI results. So I've been using Grok here and there. Like I posted my thumbnails recently, and I posted one of Office Splats as Giga Chad, and I was surprised at how it was able to translate it over.
One of the surprising uses I found for Grok is like quick Photoshop jobs. Like if you just like want to change the color of a shirt or like just remove something off of something else, super fast and easy. It's way faster than even just booting up Photoshop at this point.
Although I know people got in trouble because people were using that for uncouth means and they had to rein that in.
Oh yeah, I get that. That's one of the reasons they had to. There were Grok was one of the earlier ones to make you pay for it because it's like, okay, we need to establish liability for the people doing that.
But we need to get their credit information so they're easier to find, those filthy perverts.
Oh, man. I mean, you can still do all that locally. One of the cool things about running AI locally is that there's no censorship. On the other hand, there's no censorship. That's why the scene
Right.
for CompuUI has a blur filter on it. Because we don't know what it's going to generate until it happens.
The FBI breaks in with the dogs, or the robot dogs, I guess these days, with from the Boston Dynamics or whatever. That's going to be on your laptop or your computer or whatever.
Oh, good luck for them. I can't find my own files. They're going to have a harder time trying to find it themselves. I mean, this computer
I know
has
where my
5 hard drives.
Right here in a small passport in a block.
I think I have 2 regular hard drives, 3 SSDs on this computer, and 2 or 3 SSDs on the server, maybe 3 HDDs. I have so much storage.
All I've got is like the laptop. Then I've got I have a safe hidden in my apartment where I buy one of those like 4 terabyte passports every few years, and then just back up my entire everything to it. And then like I buy one everything because those parts you can physically degrade. So I just get a new one every once in a while. And it's like I just in case I need that picture of Cammy White that I downloaded back in 2008 for some reason. It'll be there.
I think I have 2 cloud storage things that I use for like some of my work stuff because that's important. And then I have a whole bunch of like 2 terabyte hard drives. And I just keep backing crap up to them. Plus things go to the server computer all the time. The only problem with the server one is I forget which hard drive it's actually physically going to. I just know it's on one of them.
Yeah. We gotta make sure to label everything and be careful of everything like tax returns, quote unquote.
Homework. Ah, yes, the homework folder.
Because that's what I tell my family. Like they don't know I'm Amanda Splats, but like I live alone, so in case something happens or something, that's why I like to leave my like computer on. Like I hate to bring this up and be like depressing, but like in case someone finds me, like they'll know the legacy of the Splats will live on.
I think my relatives kind of know. One of my sons totally gets it. He's actually a big VTuber fan, which is funny. I actually met his oh shit op guy the other year.
Who's that?
He likes the I always forget her name. It's one of the moth girls.
Juniper?
That might be the one. There's like 5 of them now, and I keep getting them all mixed up. They're like elves.
It's amazing.
They all look the same.
VTubing is so diverse, and there's so many things you can do that when you say moth girl, someone has to say, like, do you know how little that narrows it down? That's one of the things I love about Flavor. There's such an amazing, diverse pool of talent, man.
Yeah, and Flavor has that extra unique one where there's multiple people with the same name. So when you say Lalame, you'll have to specify which one. There's like 3 of them.
Well, isn't the female one? I've been on hiatus for a while.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything from them in quite a while. It's hard to keep up, especially with the multiple time zones.
Yeah. I mean, that's something like a couple of people I talk to in Japan don't understand. Like, there are 4 time zones in America. America is kind of massive. Like, there's not a lot of shit unless you're looking on the left and the right coast, but it's huge, man.
I think Japan itself is something like roughly the size of California.
Yeah.
I've seen like a couple of posts on Twitter about stuff like that where they're coming over to like California from Japan, like, oh, I want to check out this place and this place. And then someone from the United States has to post the picture of like the comparison of Japan versus the United States. And like, oh, yeah, I'm not going to do that in one day. That's not going to work.
I got to ask Temp about that. I know He's getting ready to move to the U.S. after living in Japan, teaching there for years.
Man, that guy's gonna have such terrible culture shock.
Oh God, yeah. I just hope he's gonna be okay finding a job, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be rough.
No,
Mm.
he is super talented. He's very creative, very original. I'm sure he'll be okay.
Yeah, depending on where he ends up, I can always tell him I'll send him a job recommendation at the place I work. They're all over the country.
Cool. You got
Actually,
those connections.
yeah, I mean, depending on where it is, it would be a pretty solid paying job. They don't have a set pay rate across the country. They base it on the area you're in. So if there's a
Well, I
lot
figure a
of
lot of places are like
competition
that.
in that area, then they'll up the amount of money they're going to pay you to like keep you from going to somebody else.
Right. Plus, the cost of living is different in different places.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when I was growing up, like when I was really young, I lived in Florida, and
Mm.
Mother Splats would talk about how she was initially pissed off that they offered her so little money to work there, and then she realized how inexpensive so much other stuff was down there. She was like, "Yeah, that's fine, actually."
Yeah, that I had that issue when I lived in Mississippi. I think it was making $200 a week, but that was paying for 3 adults and a kid.
Right.
It wasn't. I mean, we weren't doing amazing, but nothing was falling behind.
Yeah, we're getting by. A lot of people just getting by these days. Thank God.
Yeah, man. If I had the same pay I do now, that'd be fucking amazing.
Oh wow!
I would have been living it up. I'm
There
making
you go.
just shy of 26 an hour now.
Wow.
I mean, I only have to work 3 days a week because I do 12-hour shifts. And then I could pick up a fourth day with 4 hours on it if I want to. I don't have to if I don't feel like it. But I mean, you go in, you work 4 hours, make $100. Sure.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Unfortunately, with the job I have, like I do logistics and stuff, I have to be there at certain specific times of the day. Like that's the reason they offered me the split shift. Like I got 5 in the morning and 5 in the evening. The morning because they got to make sure everything is off, everything's getting set up. And then at this big lull in the afternoon, and then I got to make sure everyone's put to bed at night, so to speak. So unfortunately, there unless I get like a full admin job, I don't have a lot of options right now, which makes my streaming schedule really, really weird. Like I can stream on my days off, or like a couple hours in the middle of my shift. That's about it.
Yeah, when I'm at work when I'm at work in the new building, I don't even have enough connection to do most things.
Oh,
It's like we're up in the mountains now. It's a nice building. This one has air conditioning, so I feel all fancy. I've never worked in an air conditioned building.
Oh wow, they got to keep all the servers cool.
Can't imagine their power bill, but it's nice.
Especially these days, like over the last month or so.
Oh God,
Like
yeah.
I was having a great day, hanging out with my family for Easter and everything, feeling good. Come out of the food coma, realized, oh my God, it's the first Sunday of the month. I got to go pay my bills and everything, and then I got really sad. Like the only reason I was able to buy any games, like the last couple weeks to stream, was because that was the last of my IRS check. So I'm good until like November, I guess. Which is cool because some of these older games, like it looks like they're still updating. Like I found out, Death Road to Canada, which has been around for like 10 years, just updated a couple weeks ago.
Huh,
I have to
that's
check
cool.
that out again.
Man, there's a lot of games I've been meaning to check out. I keep forgetting to also check GOG for like some of the really old games, like was it TFX? I think it was. It was a flight sim game from like long ass time ago. And they port stuff from like the DOS era over and try to bring like multiplayer back into it. And it's DRM free. So if you don't want to run their client, don't. They'll even let you
Well,
downgrade versions if
occasionally
you
they
want.
will. Oh, sorry. They say they do that on Steam too. I was able to get some old D&D DOS games for like really dirt cheap. So it's a definitely be worth scanning Steam as well for that. Plus, I'm sure there's some abandoned wares for like any websites for anything that hasn't gotten like the license for it or anything.
Oh yeah. What I like about
So
GOG
we
is
got
that
this.
they're taking the trouble of updating, because I really don't want to play with DOSBox. It's too complicated for me now. I'm too
Yeah,
old.
it's got to have its own interface or something.
And they bring multiplayer back up, which is neat, because I am definitely not up for trying to figure out how to bypass all the old servers and stuff. I'm like, nah, I'll pay $5 for the game. Somebody else can do that for me.
Yeah, we had enough trouble getting Morrowind going.
Yeah.
So that was a hell of a time.
Yeah, I definitely got to get that server up and running again.
So we got Pseudo Studio going. Well, here's the thing: like even with writing, whenever I'm starting from a blank slate, I'm always a little paralyzed because you've got infinite possibilities. And once you start moving in a certain direction, you've locked a lot of things up. So what kind of stuff have you been working on so far?
I have been trying to fix that Elf Hate song, because I know it's possible to regenerate the lyrics and keep it roughly the same, but I don't know how to do it. I managed to break it down so that each of the instruments is in its own track, and it combined the drums together. There's a couple of extra drum beats I want to pull out, but I don't know how to do that yet. I think I actually have to export it as like a MIDI sample and then go in and manually fix that on my end and then re-upload the track. I don't know how to do that yet. I know you can. I just don't know how to. That's a bunch more tools I haven't had time to play with.
So there's like a whole FL Studio / Fruity Loops type suite built in.
Yeah, it's really cool. Suno uses your points in order to break it down to like the vocals, backing vocals, and the drums and everything. Or I could pull it over to my local AI and have that do it for free and then upload the tracks. Which is a fun way to like save a bunch of points. But I mean,
yeah,
obviously we don't have to worry about that today.
Right.
Because I've got like 100 songs and I have not broken out of the 10K yet.
I'm nowhere near that deep. I've just been like uploading a song, saying play a song in this type, and then just like having it remix. It always says 2 at a time for some reason. I don't know if that's default.
Oh yeah, that is the default on there. I guess
So
it's so you can get like narrowing closer to what you want out of it.
So you just about how else we got a. We're going to start with a feud with you and T1 Glycerin if we're going to have to settle that.
It's like I had to rewrite the lyrics because it didn't quite make sense. But what ended up happening is I was just generating music to play as like background music because I love fantasy settings and I love the music that goes with it.
Right.
And the one of them came out like a really good tune on. I was like, I want to do something with it. And eventually I settled on making an elf racism song because the whole dwarf and elf thing is just too hilarious to me. I have way too much fun with that.
So can you actually emulate the voices of certain singers or certain rappers, or is it just like a generic voice?
It has its generic voices built in. I know when you break off the vocals into their own tracks, you could bring it into RVC. It's the one that Nicola uses as a voice changer. And there's Laura's for that to change it into anybody's voice you want, which is another thing I've been trying to get set up so that I could use my Compa UI, same thing I use for my image generation, to remix voices. because I want to hear Maury Calliope sing my elf racism song, and that would be really funny to me.
Glenn just had the dumbest idea. I've been what you saw from the videos I was doing. Someone made it actually really good, accurate, notorious Big. And I was thinking, what if there's this elf versus dwarf rat battle like beef going on? And what if there's like an elf and Tupac and a dwarf and Biggie just giving just tracks against each other? That'd be hilarious. I gotta see what I can do with that. That would be the dumbest thing in the world, but that'd also be fucking amazing.
Yeah, it would.
I have to do that next time. Like start tinkering with that like at 2:30 when my spine fails and I wake up out of the sleep. It's so weird, like when I can't sleep or when I get to wake up really early, it's 2:30 in the morning, like right about that time. Because like I've got a really good internal clock. Like I can tell like without looking at my phone or anything about what time it is. And like when I get out of bed, like the alarm goes off like 2 minutes after I get out. It's always 2:30 when I'm up late or when I end up waking up early. I don't know what it is. It's some weird time thing. Maybe my internal clock is set to Tokyo time or something. I don't know.
My internal clock is amazing until I go into the shop because there's no daylight down here, and it just goes. It's gone. Like
it's like when you're in a casino.
Psych myself up. You're like, I will wake up in 1 hour, and I will wake up like 1 minute before my timer does.
Yeah, I was great about that until I started putting up the like dark damp like down here in the corner of the apartment that I use for the work and stuff. I put up cloth to block up the window so that like I wouldn't get the glare on the computer or anything. And now that's kind of messes me up if I'm really going. Which is sad because obviously if I'm working on a computer, there's a tiny little clock in the bottom right hand part of every fucking screen I'm working on.
It's funny how that works. Your brain just like, you're not going to look at that.
Just getting
tunes it right out.
I also see you got Fast and Chill going on in the corner. That's very cool. I think something happened to those guys though. Like the Japan update they promised a long time ago, months ago, it still hasn't come out. So I don't know what's up with them.
I kind of like to have it like up there as like something active on the screen. So like, first of all, it lets me know that I didn't accidentally like freeze the stream because I still see something's moving up there.
Well, that's why when I stream, I always have my work phone, not my work phone. I use the work phone for other stuff, but my personal phone, I have the stream going there so I can see if I haven't been disconnected or anything or if OBS is cut off.
I think I've had the issue like once where somehow the video encoding just completely froze. Audio was fine, but it's just the video coding was just stuck on one frame. I didn't even show like any dropped frames on my end. It's just stopped on one frame. No clue what happened between me and YouTube. I have no idea. I think it was between me and YouTube or something. Because XSplit said I didn't drop any frames. I was like, okay, that's a thing. It is still sending the audio stream perfect. So I was just baffled. I still can't figure out what happened there.
Oh, it's all a learning experience. You learn. Like I've been doing this almost 2 years, and I still learn new things every day. Like I still got to figure out things with my computer too. It keeps like freezing up every like 36 hours or so, and I got to manually reset it. It's just I don't know whether it's my computer or these days you don't know if it's Windows pushing out an AI coding update that they didn't totally. How the fuck is Microsoft going to do that? They're going to push out updates that have been coded by AI that break everything. You're Microsoft. You have all the programmers.
And they have an
Makes me-
AI that's really good. How they keep fucking this up? Like
Yeah, they have
the
the.
AI built into
I
Microsoft Office. When I have problems in Excel and I have a really specific thing I needed to do, it is so good at helping me come up with a way to do it. How do they not get anything else right?
Yeah, it's just I don't buy Microsoft Office like out of spite because I'm old enough hag to remember Windows 95, 98. You got Office
Oh,
for
yeah.
free. Now not only do you have to buy it, you
It's
have to
yearly.
it's a subscription service. So when I
Yeah.
do my writing and stuff for my spreadsheets and stuff, I use Open Office.
Yeah.
And
That's a
it's
good
like
one.
pretty much the same stuff.
I think one of the first times Windows peaked was in Windows 98 because the upgrade from Windows 95 was just so amazing. And then
And then we got
Windows
Vista
7.
and just
Hmm.
completely face planted.
uh, this is just
Did
the
we ever
redhead
get a
stepchild.
satisfactory reason of why we never got Windows 9?
Oh, it's because of the version numbering. Um, I forget what the older versions were, but the way Microsoft wrote things, instead of saying, "Oh, this is Windows 98," unlike the backend stuff, it said Windows 9X to say, "Okay, this one's
Oh,
going forward." So if they did a Windows 9, it would break compatibility with so many things because all these older programs are looking for 9 point something. So they just screwed themselves
oh
up
my
completely.
god.
And then again,
That
you
is
look at
so
how
absurd
Windows
that I
8
completely
was.
believe it.
Windows 8 was so bad. I think they just wanted to
Uh,
make someone was mad that Vista had a bad reputation. You're like, you know what? No, I could top that. I believe in us. And they did it.
and then 10 didn't kind of redeem itself in a lot of people's eyes. Like,
Yeah,
even
it
though
was
10 is
shaky at
dead, I've still
first,
got a lot
but
of people
it's
who believe
good.
in 11.
Yeah, it was pretty shaky to start, especially compared to 7, because that was like the peak. But
Yeah.
it got its stability over time. And now we have 11, which is just,
Ooh,
they vibe coded it.
there you go.
I remember when Windows 10 was supposed to be the last versions of Windows you were ever going to have to get because it would update forever. Funny how that didn't happen.
Yeah. Insert Tyler the Creator.gif here. So that was a fucking lie.
Man.
But it's like you got to be careful with whatever you're buying. It's going to break down. Like that's the reason I keep buying new passports every few years because I know eventually they're just going to physically degrade. And I had a conversation with someone in the video game uh, archival community recently about this. How the actual physical video game discs and cartridges are just breaking down, actually physically degrading after all these years,
Yeah, it's
decades.
something they hadn't really thought about. And to be fair, how would you have tested that before either?
Right.
Like,
Because I think when they put them out, they weren't meant to be held onto forever.
I can't
I mean,
imagine
thank
they were
goodness
really
these days.
thinking about, oh, yeah, someone's going to play this in like 40 years. I can't imagine that was something on their minds.
Right. I mean, thank God these days we have ways to digitally reproduce a lot of them. But the actual physical media is going to be lost if someone hadn't uploaded it.
Yeah, like
Like every
even my
day,
old
they're
CD
finding old
collection.
prototypes.
When I go through it every couple of years, I find another CD that's just degraded because of humidity or something else has happened to it. They
Yeah.
slowly become unreadable over time.
Yeah, so it's like they said back in the day: save early, save often.
Yep, you'll get that 3-2-1 backup. 3 backups, 2 different forms of media, 1 offsite.
Right. Just in case something goes weird.
When something goes weird these days.
Yeah. I just think it's hilarious going back to the vibe code and coding with AI. How back in like when I was growing up, everyone was terrified that automation was going to take all the blue collar jobs, and it did. But now AI is going to take all the white collar jobs. So the fact that I want to a white collar job instead of a blue collar job, it's not helping. Hopefully, the collapse of like OpenAI or whatever that'll stay it a little bit. But I'm still trying to diversify my portfolio. I'm trying to climb up the corporate ladder as high as I can.
Yeah.
Before
Once
the
you get
matrix
past middle
falls
management, you're a bit safer. Because like it seems like AI is really good at replacing middle management.
Plus, there are these people that who like refuse to talk to AI these days. I guess I gotta be thankful to some of these anti-AI crusaders because I may still have a job because of them. Like if they're just people who like if they think it's AI, they just flat out shut down and refuse to use it.
Then you got the lunatics who are just like, yeah, put an AI in it. Then they'll think it'll fix anything. It's like, no, it really won't. It's not that smart. It's really good at looking like smart, but it isn't.
Yeah, like back in the day when they put a tooth in everything. That's what you need. There's actually I had I think Mother Splats actually purchased like a rack of kitchen knives with a Bluetooth speaker built into the rack itself. Like, why do you need that? Why does your refrigerator need to be Bluetooth accessible? You don't need a categorical list of you're getting in there to shove your face into a pint of Haagen-Dazs. That's not that complicated. You don't need Bluetooth for that. Oh my god.
Man.
Makes you wish like back in the time when just two kids in a string, man. So let's see what you got so far, man.
Where's my play buttons at? I think that's the original track.
Stone and beard.
I like the flow.
Blood and ale. Name your grudge. We'll never fail.
It's a little synthetic-y there.
Warframe vibes.
I love that. That sounds really cool.
They said, leave the forest, so we carved us a road through every proud pine that their sages once sowed. Too loud, too rough, let them cling to their leaves. We'll answer in splinters that cling to our sleeves. Swing low for the spite of the elves. Cut deep till the branches have shelves.
That doesn't quite make sense.
If they love these woods, then we'll thin them with glee. Raise steel. Let the stumps stand free.
Chopping down the trees like this was Minecraft.
Silver bark shivers when our iron jaws sing. Sap on our knuckles like a small golden ring. Hear their soft arrows.
I don't know if you got sap on your knuckles.
The dark. We answer with laughter and fresh scored bark. Swing low for the spite of the elves. Cut deep till the branches have shelves. If they love these woods, then we'll thin them with glee. Raise steel. Let the stumps stand free.
That's a really good set of lines. And I love the violin in there.
For every cold glance they threw at our halls, for every old song they sang to these walls, we'll count fallen trunks like a tally of wrongs.
That's good. That's good line.
High as our roaring songs. Hey! Swing low for the spite of the elves. Cut deep till the branches have shelves. If they love these woods, then we'll thin them with glee. Raise steel.
You hear the extra drum beat messing it up there.
Well, it's like with a lot of AI stuff. It's great at a glance, but once you start leaning a little bit closer, you see all the little fragments and chips and everything.
Yeah.
Like they said, that's one of the easiest ways, at least for now, to determine what an AI picture is. If you look into the background and it's like it's not pure one color or something, because that indicts them.
Yeah. It's all about the artifacts. Or like when he puts too much emotion to the screams, it gets really synthetic-y.
It's like when I was playing my the videos that I was making. Like the audio was horrible half the time. It sounded like it was trying to do the animation. Someone was recording it in a broom closet or something. But the fact that these even exist and that for a while they were free still blows my mind.
I mean, it's amazing that you can even just use the AI to split it into the different tracks. Because it started off as that original one, and then I told it to go back and break it apart.
Well, I wonder if that's how the AI makes it.
Leave the forest,
Maybe.
so we carved us a road.
Oh, hey, Clanker, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by, my dude. We're talking about your people.
Hey, Clanker.
Let them cling to their leaves. We'll answer in splinters that cling.
Which one is it? Yeah, there's the drum track. There's a couple places right there, actually, where when it added tried adding lyrics to the original song, it somehow accidentally picked up a couple of extra drum beats here and there. Now, I know I can export this as MIDI format and then go back and just remix it myself. I just don't have the tools for that, and I got to learn all that.
God. You said MIDI and you've unlocked core memories for me. Back in ancient hag times, going all the old websites looking for MIDIs of old video games on sketchy websites.
God.
MIDI was
like
its own art
downloading
form
the
back
old,
in the day.
What was it? The old Doom and Doom 2 soundtracks in MIDI files?
Yeah.
Man. Or because, like, everything was still on dial-up at the time. MP3s, or we didn't really have too many MP3s. It's like WAV files. They're huge. Comparatively. It's like, oh, a MIDI file, that's way smaller. And you try it on like a different computer and it sounds all wrong.
And I'm a fan of chiptunes anyway, so yeah, good MIDI, I'll just rock out to that. I know all the words anyways. Putting my uncle to work. Yeah, man. Blanket here, living the gimmick, man. I love it.
I think I had tried to fix it, but I couldn't get the vocals to sound as cool.
Stone and beard, stone and beard, stone and beard, stone and beard, stone.
Stone and beard.
Stone and beard. Blood
Stone and
and
beard.
ale.
See, it just went for a
Stone and
totally
beer.
different genre.
Will never fail.
What was it? Yeah, man. You know where you are right now? This is the master workshop of the dwarven craftsman of flavor. It's great.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with some fantasy racism. It's really funny between the whole elf and dwarf thing.
Yeah.
And it's really excellent banter.
Leave the forest, you loud, rough crew.
Now, there's some who say that the mind flayers are just playing both sides.
Highway straight through.
I can see it.
Every proud pine that their sages once sowed, we answered with axes and
Meanwhile, those damn humans just keep repopulating every like 80, 90 years. Oh, cool! They give you the lyrics too.
Yeah, because I generated or redid the lyrics a little bit to make a little bit more logical sense. And then I told it, okay, just redo the vocals. And it changed the genre completely. Now it sounds more like a Celtic song. Which, I mean, it's not bad, but I really like those deep violins going on in the other one. Because originally this was how the song was before it added lyrics to it. I'm not sure how it got from this to that.
Well, it's weird. Like, occasionally, like, I do creative writing. I do that all original. But sometimes if I have goofy, silly ideas, I'll run the goofy, silly ideas through AI. But I'll say I want to change one or two things that will completely rewrite something else. It's weird. Like, I guess it depends on the client you lose. Like, I don't even use ChatGPT anymore. I used to use that for the goofy stuff. But, like, I've started using the Claude one now, whatever you call it. And that seems to give me much better stuff.
Hmm. There's a lot of workarounds, I think, that have to be made if you want to get exactly what you want out of AIs.
Right.
Because right now, the option I'm thinking is maybe I'll take the vocal track out of the other song, the original one. I'll keep this cool violin one, the instrumental. But what if I try to use the RBC thing, like Nicola has, to clone the voice out of the other song and then make my locally hosted AI sing it with that voice? And then I could just add the vocal track back to this really horrible roundabout way of making this work the way I want.
Actually, Clanker has a really cool idea. Toss in some Peruvian / Colombian, Bolivian styles in there. They're essentially mountain people. Those aren't the throat singers. No, that's Mongolian. Like the type of guys. I can't go that low. Even I can't go that low.
I could imagine some dwarves singing like that. That would seem kind of on brand.
Yeah, it's like just a big rumbling right from the get, with like the rumbling underneath that.
Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. The lyrics. Wait, no, that was the wrong place to put that. Whoops. That. Put that in the lyrics section where it's supposed to be. Here's what the original prompt was for that song. And what's this?
I tried the phrase Andean, Andean music. I'm looking it up right now. It's a vibrant fusion of indigenous Spanish and African influences that reflects centuries of culture mixing into Andes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes more sense when you say the Andes, like the mountains. Andean sounds like an allergy medication.
As opposed to the tiny little mint chocolates that they give you after the dinner.
Ah.
The little Andes candies.
They both have a very different feel.
There you go.
Bolivian. Let's just see what happens.
Instrumental remixes of Southern American folk styles. So, yeah, that's the reason I initially started dipping into Suno Clanker. Is because they can change around existing songs in other styles. I think I showed you. I'll dredge up the link if I didn't. Someone actually posted entire 45 to 60-minute mixes of professional wrestling themes where they ran it through AI and they made them into lo-fi hip hop, and it was actually kind of amazing.
Let's see.
Styles for songs are the proper names for styles. You can get the vibe of each one.
What's really cool about the local version that Nicola was telling me is you could train your own LoRa's for music. So if you have a band you really like, you could train the AI to try and understand that style of music. It's just my video card doesn't have enough RAM to do it. If it did, I'd make some really horrible songs. So like I'd be like pulling in Extremo or some other like weird medieval rock band in there.
Yeah.
So I like really weird music. I tell the people at work that I don't let myself touch the radio because I know they will hate my taste in music.
Well, what was that new? Isn't there this new band that really procked off online? This is like these weird two Harlequin looking rockers with like the black and white dots.
Don't know that one.
Like they really took off and nobody knows what they are.
Hit that. I blame my terrible taste in music with the place I grew up in because it used to be a coal mining town. So there was like 14 languages spoken there. But all the towns are still squished together so you could walk 20 minutes and cross 3 different towns. And they're all brutally individualistic. And they all hate each other. So you still have like a lot of people's grandparents do not speak much English. Even my own grandmother, she could barely say my first name. She spoke English fine, it's just her accent was so thick you could hardly understand her.
Yeah. Like we got those small cultural pockets. Totally understand that.
Yeah, it's neat. You got the weird variations of German.
Yeah.
So, a lot of the Pennsylvania Dutch were around that area. And one of the old people was telling me, it's like, they're not Dutch. It's just that when they went to Ellis Island and they asked where you're from, they said Deutschland. It's like, oh, you're Dutch. No, you're German. They just didn't understand what they were talking about. It's like, that makes sense.
They don't care either.
You imagine how complicated that stuff was for like the coal mines and things. It's like you have to write everything down over and over and over again. It must have been terrible.
I have to keep explaining it to everyone.
Yeah, but I mean, then again, that's why Pennsylvania has cool things like Centralia, where the underground is on fire, because nobody understood how to write a map properly. Oh, that's on solo mode.
Stone and bed, blood and hell. Name your grudge will never fail.
Oh, now it's got its own music on it. Huh.
Just for looking up that band for you, it's gonna piss me off if I don't find it.
Straight through every proud pine that the sages once sowed, we answer with axes and splinters bestowed. Let them cling to their leaves and their delicate.
That's a very different genre.
Well, I always like a different genre, like trying something out in some other way. Like a good cover and a different style.
What did it do to this one? I think it just totally forgot the lyrics there. Let's jump to 5.5. Let's Try their newer music model, see how that goes. The newer model definitely does way better vocals. It's less synthetic sounding. I think they're still kind of dialing things in because it gets a little janky.
Right.
I could swear I just told it to put like a 2-minute song and it cut it down to like that. I think it's just part of the jank.
Yeah. The AI doesn't always listen. Sometimes it's just because it's AI. Sometimes it's because it's automatically like want to force you into the guidelines of the guardrail, whatever.
Yeah, it's the jank of it all. You have a good one, Clanker.
Yeah, have a good night, my man.
Oh,
Blood and hell. Name your grudge. We'll never fail. They said leave the forest, you loud off crew. So we carved the highway straight through.
that is not what I was expecting at all.
Every proud pine that their sages once sold.
That's not throat singing at all.
These woods that will thin them with clear ray steel. Let the stump stand free.
It's a little closer.
Silver bark shivers when our iron jaws bite. Sap on our knuckles like rings shining bright. Hear their soft arrows when high in the dark. We answer with laughter and fresh
Okay, you want to
they call us too
if you
crude,
on your if you want to go check out some experimental band, there's band called Angie Deport Train. It's like a 2-person rock group. They really took off on YouTube.
I'll have to check that out. Oh, weird shit. The chorus ain't bad. It's a little bit much going on. I'm sure if I toned down the other tracks in that, it wouldn't be terrible.
That's something I got to get better at, the audio mixing and everything.
Oh, I want to cap little thing. Okay. Oh, I was typing in the wrong place again. Okay. See if it makes
I think
it
about the
length.
most complex I've ever gotten with anything like this is when I was trying to remove vocals from a song for karaoke. I'd load up a song through a website and then just like peel back the parts I need.
I have a thing locally that should be able to do that now.
Cool.
It's fast too, like really fast, like under 2 minutes.
Well, I'll have to come to you next time. Good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, I should be able to like pop you a couple different versions. It should pull out the different tracks, kind of like Suno does, like the different kinds of instruments, roughly, like the drums, so you can remix it a little bit to be able to understand yourself easier.
Yeah.
That'd be neat.
Got a lot of things I want to tinker around. Like it's just, I announced recently that I'm not going to be streaming nearly as much. Like the normal stuff I do, like the 7 a.m. streams, that's going to be locked in because that's just what time is here for me. I'm awake for that time for work anyways. But evenings and stuff, unless it's a collab like this, I'm not going to be like streaming. Like collabs I don't mind. Like it's cool. Like all these amazing people like you I met over my journey and whatnot. Like hang out with them and stuff. But if it's just gonna be me streaming, I think it because like I don't know somewhere along the way I got this idea that I could stream 10 to 12 hours a day, and I just absolutely fucking can't.
Oof.
I need to start listening to my body again.
Yeah, it does your brain in after a while.
Yeah.
Ooh, a cool start. Kind of sounds a bit more Dwarf Fortressy.
Well, he was talking about the Andean music, just like a pamphlets and stuff. Don't know how dwarven that is, but I do like the kind of harmony and get.
Name your grudge will never fail. Oasis, leave the forest, you loud rough crews. We carved us a highway straight through every proud pine that the sages once sowed. We answered with axes and splinters bestowed. Let them cling to their leaves and the delicate dreams. We'll wear them like trophies on sweat-soaked sleeves. Swing low for the spite of the elves.
It's a little faster than I would have liked. It's not bad.
Can you change the tempo?
That is a really good question. It sounds kind of Chinese. Whatever that really cool guitar they have is.
Silverbark shivers when our iron jaws bite. Tap on our knuckles like rings shining bright. Hear the soft their iron jaws bite. Tap on our knuckles like rings. They call it a harvest of velvet dew.
There's definitely a lot of parts in there I like.
Just the problem is like getting them all to vibe together.
Yeah. That's one of the big limitations with AI stuff is that it's really good at like knocking something out quick. Or if you have a vague idea, it's great at expanding on it. But if you have a specific idea, it is a massive pain in the ass to get that specific thing done.
Yeah. And for most of the stuff I like to do, I actually try to be intentionally vague with a couple of my prompts because I kind of like it when the AI films stuff in. It's hard, like when I do specifically try to get something like when I tried to get the Amanda version of the Giga Chad for the Megabunk thumbnail I did recently, because he's actually a character in Megabunk. But when I tried to get something specific like that, I just could not get to do it. I had to move over to Grok.
I don't know what tap does. It's just it changes things. That's I don't know what that means. It does something. It said tap, and it's a button, so I had to tap it. Was that weird guitar again? I gotta figure what those are called. I think Mongolians have a similar strange guitar. It's got like 4 strings on it. It's really cool.
It's not like dulcimer or anything, is it? Because I know Father Splats, he's the one that got me into music. And like there was a time where he was getting real experimental when I was really young, trying all types of guitars, and I think he had a sitar at some point.
Sitars are really cool.
Dulcimer.
The music is good. The way he's singing it, it's a little bit. I don't know about that one. It's more like he's already drunk and he's just kind of like singing to no one in particular, which isn't a bad vibe, but not quite what I was going for.
Well, I know that's something I gotta get better about. Like, if I don't get a role that I like, a generation or like, I just completely regenerate again. But now there's so many tools out there, even the free tools, that will let you like fine tune a picture that already exists. I gotta start working on being a little bit more particular. Since just straight up rolling doesn't work a whole lot anymore.
What if we just say Andean influences? Okay. And I guess high audio influence. The weirdness, I gather, is supposed to tone down like how random it goes with it. But from when I've talked to everyone at Skybrows, guys, it kind of ignores it completely sometimes. Kind of like Neuro with her filter. Say, don't do it.
She is.
Once in a while, it's just going to say, no, I'm going to do it.
As much as I hate the fact that the AI is taking over the VTuber jobs, Neuro is just so entertaining to watch. She wouldn't be the same without Beetle as a straight man to play off of.
Oh yeah. What's the sheer amount of dedication he has to keep that stuff programming?
Oh God, yes.
It's just roll with it.
Didn't it recently take off in Japan? Like there were like clips of him, Neuro asking about if he's proud of him or something. Actually took off in Japan.
Well, that's good. I bet they'll love that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Have you been hit with the Twitter algorithm, like going crazy, like bringing Japanese and American stuff, like shooting us back and forth lately? That's been great.
I initially thought it was because me talking to Zen and Chilko, but nah, I guess it's like this is what actually got me really depressed for a while. Like I worked really hard on the April Fool's Day stream and the birthday streams and stuff, and I got like 1/10 of the views I got on posting one Twitter post about you can take my cheese violence when you pry the cheese from my cold dead. The old Charlton Heston thing about guns. I got like 50 reviews and 50 reposts and stuff. Like, oh no! Now I've got to work cheese violence into my character. And I'm like, do I have cheese violence?
That is such a Japanese thing.
And then I remembered, yes, there's this free game I have called Cheese Rolling, where you and other people playing online are literally just running down the hill trying to grab cheese. I'll see if I can get the URL. It's free. Like Malone turned me on to it, so blame him. You know, maybe they already got the hacks. Maybe they got people running scripts and cheese rolling.
Okay, that looks familiar.
Races. It's got DLC, but it looks like it's all cosmetic. The main game is free.
I'll have to play with that.
Proximity voice chat. Oh my God! They finally updated. You cannot play as the cheese. Yeah, I gotta treat this now. I am now excited about having cheese violence based content. Thank you, Japan. Very cool.
Got a thing. How did it turn out?
It's like I get worried about content sometimes, and then the content like falls in my lap. Like I think I told this story before. The first ever quote unquote sponsored stream I did was called Live for Smoke and Mirrors, which was like a kind of a visual novel, kind of a ripoff of Disco Elysium in its style. They gave me a free key. I promoted the hell out of it. and then I kept getting dead ends on the stream itself, and the game crashed like 2 hours in. And I didn't want to be mean, but the game kind of sucked. And so it was like midnight. I was all depressed, but the stream just crashed. Not crashed, but just gone to hell. And then I found out, hey, in the middle of the night, out of nowhere, apropos nothing, no warning, Vampire Survivors put out Balatro DLC for free. So I just fired up Vampire Survivors. It's like midnight. I stream, and it's like the third most viewed stream in the history of my channel. People were actually coming to me in the middle of the stream asking me how to find the DLC. Because with Vampire Survivors, it's really hard to find some stuff. It's kind of obscure, obtuse, rather.
That's another game I've been meaning to play. The Vampire Hunter
Vampire Survivors is amazing. Like, once you're really good and once you've unlocked enough stuff, you could just let it go for several hours. Like, I had a couple of streams with Juliet Ramiro. I think you stopped by a couple of her streams, where it's just sitting there yapping with people while I'm racking up trillions of points. I know that's what the allure of these type of games is, just finding all the power-ups that go together and be the ones that absolutely fucking break everything.
I love that kind of thing. It's just kind of a little bit of randomness. Sometimes it's amazing. Sometimes it just breaks the balance completely. Those are awesome.
That makes you want to play again and again because it's not your fault. It's the RNG.
I keep forgetting where the play button is. Too many buttons. Oh, there. What? Oh, he's just kind of yelling.
Yeah, it's a little too intense. Like, he just got finished beating up an elf in the alley. He went right on the mic, right to the recording studio.
They kept the music really well. There's lyrics in here somewhere.
Eventually.
Did it forget? It skipped. It's kind of in there.
It seems like dialogue is something really hard for AI to handle. Like, I brought this up with my AI. Like, it's really hard for the Sora AI videos I made, where it keeps attributing lines to the wrong person. Like, you actually have to write it out like a movie script to have the right people say the right things. It's one of the few things AI hasn't gotten a handle of yet. Give it time.
Let's try covering it with a slightly downgraded model over in V5. Because, I mean, the singing sounded like natural in that other one. It's just it didn't start till halfway through, and the other one he's just angry for some reason. Yeah. It hasn't gotten to the part to be angry yet. Yeah. I'd love to start generating like visuals for this stuff at some point. But I'm not entirely sure what I want to go with. Maybe kind of like black and white with some like highlight colors like Sin City had.
Something stylized.
Yeah. Really heavy stylization to hide how jank the AI is about things.
Yeah.
Huh.
Monochrome can always be like really powerful. Like, like what was that one music video DMX Gat Me Dog? I think that was done. And like the song itself is intense enough, but the black and white video really helped.
Or that movie, Pleasantville. By keeping everything black and
Oh
white for
yeah,
like most of the movie, and then the color like super pops when you finally start seeing it
right.
again.
Actually, that happened a long time ago. I'll try to remember the name of the video. I was getting into experimental video here, and they're a little bit because I was in the middle of like depression and had access to the Sundance channel, and I found out about this guy named Zedekiah Shao, aka Coffin Joe. He was like a character in a Brazilian. Here it is, Zedekiah Shao, English speaking country was Coffin Joe. Brazilian writer, director, actor, played his own character. He had a movie, At Midnight I'll Take Your Soul. And it was this weird movie where he was a bad guy and like he was trying to find the perfect mate or something. It's all screwed up.
Hmm.
And there was this one scene towards the end where he's a real bad guy, he's a real irrepentant guy. And all his films are in black and white. But towards the end, he gets a vision of hell, and the hell scene is in full color,
Huh.
like
Sounds
with all
cool.
the torture and the violence and nudity and stuff. And it really kind of drives home the point that this guy's going to a bad place. And of course, he repents right at the very end. Somehow he survives in the sequel. He just does it all again. Trying to find out what the original or the sequel was. That's a great thing about like lost media and stuff like that, and growing up in the age that we do. Imagine trying to find some of this shit like 20 years ago,
Yeah.
and now it's just right at your fingerprint.
Yeah. If you didn't know somebody who already had it, you would never find it ever.
Yeah.
I remember spending years trying to figure out what the name of Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind was before Studio Ghibli made that deal with Disney. Because I think it was like the 80s or 90s, there was another translation of it, long ass time ago. So I remembered scenes with like the giant bugs and everything. But I was a little kid at the time, so I couldn't remember the name of the movie because I was young and stupid. I remember loving the
It is
movie.
one of the
It's just
classics.
weird. So when I got re-released under with Disney taking care of the dub version, great job on the dub. I was like, I know this. I remember like going to my relatives, like, do you remember this movie? I wasn't crazy. It existed.
Yeah. It's like it's all these searches searching for lost media that have been gone for decades. Someone saw it when they were growing up, or maybe they missaw it because of the Mandela effect, or whatever. It's just, but eventually, just someone finds it on like an arcade board in someone's yard, like 30 years later, or someone uploaded it in a different language in a different country, or it's sitting on a VHS cassette somewhere on a blank screen in a Goodwill, and it's preserved for the rest of time now. It's just I'm a big proponent of lost media because when you find a lot of that stuff, it can be kind of amazing, like this mirror at this hyper specific point in time, and now we know more about that era.
And it's hard to preserve it. Even older stuff
Yeah.
like how computers used to use instead of discs, we had cassette tapes. Those things are falling apart fast. In fact, I don't think there's like one company right now who still makes cassettes. Like makes the magnet tape. There's basically no suppliers for that now. There's a lot of them are even just using old stock.
There's a lot of people like with the old technology. They're just used for hyper specific purposes. Like it blew my mind when I found out that a couple of our clients are still using beepers.
Damn.
Like why don't you use a phone? Like why use a beeper? like they said, oh, it's more reliable. Like, I don't know if that's true or not. Okay? Just answer it when we call you.
I mean, you've got a beeper in your phone. It's called a text.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. I could just tell you what I need to tell you when the shipment's coming in or whatever. Oh, they want us to beep them.
And
Like
you don't need a separate thing. It's part of it. Everybody has the thing already. You don't need a thing that just does the text part. That's weird.
It's like, why do so many people still use fax machines? Although I understand there are ways like to fax people stuff digitally now, like get the result of it digitally. But still,
it's weird. And the fact, like a whole lot of things like court documents and stuff are still really reliant on it. Or even up until, I think even still now, the credit cards companies still use giant magnetic tape storage. Because as long as you control the temperature, it's fine.
I almost wonder if it's necessity with some of the older institutions. Because I think about how much time it would take to get uploaded anyways. Like, get all that stuff backed up. And what might happen while you're doing it.
Oh, yeah.
I know when it comes
the
to
updating thing takes a lot.
You got to be super careful. There are huge regulations about what you copy and how often you copy.
I actually worked at a recycling place a long time ago where they would just take the old x-rays, they would scan them into computers so they'd have a digital copy of it. And then they would take like the physical x-ray itself and they would run it through some chemicals so that it would separate the plastic, which they sold and got tax credits for because they're recycling the plastic. And they got the silver out of the silver salts that made the x-rays work. And then they sold that out too. So they got paid 3 times for the same product. Brilliant bastards.
It's like people going into buildings just for the copper wiring. If people will pay for it.
Saw some weird things there because, I mean, you're just spending like 8 hours a day just sifting, like, everything came like the old envelope things, like the big binder, like paper binder things. It's just loaded with x-rays. So the machines couldn't handle the paper by itself. So they had like 5 people just sitting at a conveyor belt, just grabbing a paper envelope, tear it open, paper in one bin, throw the x-ray in the other. And that's all you did for 8 hours, losing your mind.
I've had
like you saw weird like things, man. Like people with like 2 dislocated shoulders, and it's like, what the hell is going on here? A lot of weird stuff.
Yeah, mind numbing.
It's fun losing our minds, though. We had this fun game called "Do You Think It Would Be Illegal If?" and it'd say something really fucking bizarre. Man,
you know that you just get good. You know, we all know we're working with. There's that one guy in the office who he's not just playing around. He's looking for a spark. He's looking for an excuse. Hey, I'm not the one who said it.
Ooh. That's very synthetic.
I don't know if dwarf could take off. Like, not getting your that's more of an open.
Skips a bunch.
I think dwarves, I think hardy, earthy, homeland.
Yeah.
Like John Test, but harder.
It's very synthetic again.
Maybe it's the only way the AI knows how to run it.
They said leave the forest forest, you're louder of cruiser. We carved as a highway straight through.
The more times I try to fix this song, the more I think I just I hit like the RNG lottery that first time.
Yeah.
Because I have not gotten
Might just have
vocals
to re-roll.
anywhere close. I think I might have to do that super roundabout thing where I train. I use the RBC thing to just like steal the original one's voice and then sing it back with different lyrics.
It could do that with such a small sample size?
Oh, yeah. I've had it work with just like 30 seconds of talking. Which is a little scary.
Yeah,
that's actually what like the Indian scammers are doing with that. But they're using
That's
RBC.
what they're doing. Like I've got to tell my family and everything. There's horrible shit going on right now where, like, scrub your social media. You don't fucking need it. You know, our uncle's phone number. You can show cat pictures personally because they're doing the thing now where they will take if you've got enough audio and pictures and video on your social media. They will copy that and try to contact your family members as you.
Yeah.
And,
heard about someone who just had that happen to him.
Yeah, I actually posted a video on the AI tech thread from Jim Browning, one of the greatest scam baiters of all time, where he showed you how can kind. And this is how this will work for now. Eventually, they'll find a way behind it. He said, like, he's talking to someone who's doing the face cam, the AI face cam thing, and he said, "Put 3 fingers in front of your face," and because that would just completely throw off the tracking and everything. And the guy refused to do it. He just say, "Hey, come on, it's a problem. Hey, come on, don't you think that's silly?" But he just kept refusing to do it, and eventually just turned the camera off.
Actually, another trick I heard was from YouTube channel The Modern Rogue. Well, what one of his friends was doing is he would have like a password to prove that it was definitely him. But what The Modern Rogue pointed out is what that does is it just puts your whole identity and confirmation behind one password. So instead of like having a password to confirm that's definitely you and not an AI impersonator, bring up like a really specific memory between you and that person. Like, hey, you remember that time that we hid the body behind the Quickie Mart? Something only the two of you would know. Because their person's not going to get that.
Never heard of this group, Modern Rogue.
He's an interesting guy. He started off as a magician, and he's gotten more into a lot of content creation, a lot of physical security stuff, because they actually overlap quite a bit. Really cool guy.
Can't trust video. Yeah, of course we know.
That's actually also where I learned how to make mead from.
Oh, yeah. Have been any progress on that? Anything new?
The gallon I've got next to me now is still a little bit jet fuely. I know if I run it through a Brita water filter, it'll clear out some of the funk through it. It should actually be pretty smooth after that point. I should back sweeten it, but I don't know. I'm stupid. I like the jet fuel.
Oh, man. That'll wake you up, man.
Oh, yeah. You know when it's in there. It's definitely got a good amount of alcohol.
Oops, sorry. I was going to say the most adventurous I've ever been is that I've been making my own cold brew recently. Like I bought a French press and I'll just let it sit there for a few days just to get really strong and just pour it in a mason jar and kick myself in the teeth in the morning to get to work because I need something like that.
Yeah, it's hard to actually just finally get going once you're awake.
Yeah. I used to watch the news, but now that's gotten too depressing. So I just do what Malone does and I check the gadgets. Even though I've only got one, I've got the Uma Musume. But yeah, all these grindy games I have, like the new rule is I'm not allowed to listen to the news unless I'm playing something. So like I can kind of cut it. Now my mornings are all good.
How was that? Oh.
Was it on fast forward or?
I tried to set the template to 222.
That'll do it. Align these a little bit more. But yeah, that's what I got to work on. I got to work on fine-tuning any of these rules so to get off. And now, the free tools do have options for that. Of course, then the question is how long they're going to be free, like with Sora 2.
Yeah.
We just gotta do what it can while it can. Before, like, it starts cannibalizing itself and it's all AI. Like, what happens, like, when I go to... I used to be on DeviantArt. And, like, occasionally I'll go back there to check in old friends I haven't gotten contact information from. And accounts I haven't heard from in, like, 7 or 8 years suddenly will have 17,000 pictures uploaded. And I'm like, oh, this guy discovered AI. I mean, I can see why a lot of people automatically turned off because there was just an absolute flood of it. Like you could create so many at once. It was just everywhere. And if anything, like it's just everywhere, people get pissed off.
I don't know what this is gonna do.
You like to do something Artemis 2 and just go to the moon. Shout out to the Artemis 2 astronauts if you're listening. Hope you have a good time slingshotting around the moon.
Oh, yeah. I really have mixed feels about that. On one hand, our economy is not doing great, and we're blowing a lot of money on it. On the other hand, go to the moon again. It's about fucking time.
Well, there's a lot of scientific stuff that apparently can be done only in zero gravity. And we're trying to, like, get out farther in that. There's the whole mathematics and science thing of slingshotting back safely from going towards them.
Yeah, plus, if we want to get to other planets, building the stuff on the moon and using that as a base saves a lot of fuel. There's reasons to go back there. It's kind of like when we started building the railgun again. We know that it's super expensive and it's probably a waste of money, but it's really cool.
Right.
For stadiums.
You never know.
Stadiums are a waste of money, but the people like the stadium. You go to the game. Everyone loves it anyway, even if it is a waste of money.
Right. Plus, there's like, at least with the stadiums, there's also the advert. Like, what was it? One of them, Dodgers Field or something. I heard some guy was really mad because it's like one of the oldest stadiums in the world recently got a sponsor.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, here it is. From ESPN. The field at Dodger Stadium has a sponsored name for the first time in the history of the third oldest ballpark in the major leagues. Uniqlo Field was unveiled Wednesday on the eve of the LA Dodgers opening their bid for the World Series championship. So,
No thanks. If anything, the field should be sponsoring Uniqlo.
yeah. That's like I don't do a whole bunch of sports, but that is a big piece of history. Just slapping advertising. Hey, welcome back, Clanker. Thank you for the suggestion. We're having fun tinkering on it.
That one went to 5.5 anyway. There.
Stone and board sounds like Creighton Barrel. Sell some rustic furniture there.
I mean, it's closer to the kind of thing I was thinking. More of a drinking song. There's play button.
So the bear.
Name your grudge. Name your grudge. We'll never fail.
It did change the music, but I'm not minding it.
They said, leave the forest, you loud, rough crew. So we carved us a highway straight through every proud pine that their sages
It
once
sounds like a drinking
sowed.
song.
We answered with axes and
Get that nice
splinters
distinct
bestowed. Let them cling to their leaves and their delicate dreams. We'll wear them like trophies on sweat-soaked sleeves. Swing low for the spite of the elves. Cut deep till the branches
It's not
are
bad.
felled. If they love these woods, then we'll thin 'em with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free.
I definitely like the music. The music part's pretty good. It's not as dark as the original, but it's good.
Sap on our knuckles like rings shining bright. Hear their soft arrows whine high in the dark. We answer with laughter and fresh scored bark. They call us uncouth.
That harmony, too.
They call us too crude. We call it a harvest of elf attitude. For every cold glance they threw at our halls, for every smug song they sang to our walls, we'll count fallen trunks like a tally of wrongs, stacked high as our beards and our roaring songs.
A really nice breakdown. I
For
like
the
that.
spite of the elves, cut deep till the branches are felled.
Okay, good.
If they love these woods, then we'll thin 'em with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free.
Oh, is that like the download link?
Yeah, that's a. Anytime you make one, you can actually share it so people can remix it and stuff. Which is neat.
Sword and beard, blood and ale. Name your grudge.
Oh, that is nice.
We'll never fail. Hey.
Ooh, I like the instrumental part there.
They said, leave the forest, you loud, rough crew. So we carved us a highway straight through every proud
What's the
pine that
download
their
one?
sages once sowed. We answer
I got it
with
open in the
axes
browser.
and splinters bestowed. Let them cling to their leaves
This one's pretty good too.
and their delicate dreams. We'll wear
I'd
'em
like this a tiny bit more.
trophies on sweat-soaked sleeves. Swing low for the spite of the elves.
It's not as dark as I was going for. It's a little bit more cheerful than I wanted, but it's got a more steady flow to it.
Well, if it's going to be a drinking song, it should do it.
Yeah, and you're just kind of poking fun at elves, which is the funny part.
I mean, I know when the Lich King rises and the shit's going to go down, that our brothers in the trees are going to have our bride. But until then, we're going to give them some shit. We're going to do the exact same.
Hear their soft arrows whine high in the dark.
Speaking of Lich King, I got a practice
We
game
answer with
next time I'm playing the
laughter
Yellow
and
Dragon
fresh
in,
scored
or Red Dragon in time. He's supposed to be like one of the hardest characters to get a handle with.
They call
I've been
us to
playing that offline with several people.
We call it a
practices stuff like if there's 60 characters to practice, it's gonna take forever to find my main.
I gotta mess with that game again. It was a lot of fun.
Well, if you ever want to do a little one-on-one, now with my reduced schedule, I have a little more time. Just let me know.
I definitely gotta do it on like one of my regular off days after I've actually like, slept normal, or I had my recovery coma.
Well, what days are those?
I'm off from Monday to Thursday, and I only work a little bit on Wednesdays.
Well, one of these days, maybe if I'm streaming on Wednesday morning, I don't mind going a little bit late on Tuesday night. So maybe we can hammer something out then. Like, well, we'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. Because I almost was going to say Wednesday evening, but you did say that it's like your 4-hour day, right?
Yeah, I work from like
That's why
5 to 9.
That's why I feel so bad about like how I can only really stream 2 days a week. I love collabing with people. I love yapping with them, streaming with them, doing amazing stuff with them. But my schedule is so hyper specific right now that I don't have like certain days that I can do it, and that's not fair to them. So anyone who's able to accommodate me, like you or Malone or Choco or Dead Mega, I really deeply appreciate it, man. Because I think most all of us are wages. We got like
Yeah.
we can't put a whole lot into this.
Yeah, I think I only know like 2 people who, let's like streaming is their main thing.
Yeah, is Sawa? Is that Sawa like that?
It's actually a good question. I'm not sure what's Awa. Yeah, not 100% with her.
Because I know Malone wants to make it. Like he'd been working warehouse life and stuff for the longest time, and doesn't want to do that anymore. So I more power to him, reaching getting monetized and everything.
He's got the
But
talent
I
for
think
it.
Oh, he certainly does, and the guy can go the distance too. But I think like anyone who's a real big fan of modern day flavor, who stuck around after everything, realizes that we're wages. Like we love what we do. This is great stuff, but we've got to sustain ourselves other ways as well. So support your oceans while they're there, man.
Yeah. Wasn't an editor. What does that do? What's the difference between studio and editor? Why are there 2 different things?
$50 a month.
Huh.
All these color blocks just reminds me of the old game, Mr. Driller.
Oh, that's interesting.
Stone and beard, blood and ale. Name your grudge. Name your grudge.
It's trying to kind of do the karaoke kind of thing where it's trying to follow the lyrics along. But the tempo's all wrong, so it's fucking up.
They said
It's like an editing to a built into YouTube.
so we carved us a highway straight through.
Oh, there it goes. Now it's catching it.
Every proud pine that their sages once sowed.
Recalibrating. It's like the GPS in the car. It's recalibrating you missed the road by like 50 feet. Now it has to recalibrate the entire route.
We'll wear them like trophies on sweat-soaked sleeves. Swing low for the spite of the elves.
I like this one. I like it. I think I'll keep it.
Branches are filled.
Something neat I noticed in the brackets, you can put like chorus, and inside of the song, it'll write it down as the chorus part. It actually treats it like a chorus, not just another verse.
And I know as time goes on, these things are getting more and more easier and easier to use.
Silverback shivers when our iron jaws bite. Sap on our knuckles like rings shining
I think
bright.
the weirdest thing about Suno to me is that you've got all these tags that work in there, like the verses and chorus. But there's a bunch of other ones like you can tell it to like add reverb to it, or to just cut the music so you have just, or like just put a drum solo in. But they don't just tell you, hey, here's the tags, use them. And it doesn't tell you like what they all do. It's just sort of no good documentation for some reason.
Well, that's why I'm sure there's a big community around, like a Reddit or a Discord or something. It's like, and I definitely maybe want to check to see if there's maybe a good Suno Discord. Because what I've been doing recently, trying to extend my reach, if there's a game I play a whole lot, I join the Discord for it, and I'm always surprised when there is a Discord. Like that, I learned a lot of tips and tricks from the Slugfest games with the guys who did Red Dragon Inn. Actually, I actually got to play a couple of games with playtesters. And when I did Baroque recently, that weird first-person roguelike crawler with the Saturn, I actually went to the page that had more information about them and was able to get it running because of that. So it's I'm not able to pay for any like big upgrades or anything like that. Being able to just reach out to those communities of the things you already do, you already love, that's a really good way to get out there and learn more. And I am trying to learn more. I am trying to better myself. A more refined product.
It's good seeing you get out there.
Yeah.
Also, it's cool seeing the stuff you find. Like
yeah.
the Japanese, that lady off of Suno, that she's really interesting.
Yeah, Xanon. I'm not sure what she called Xanon or Taco. I feel so bad though. Like, I don't know where to post my stuff on her server because it's all in Japanese. But she's so nice. Like, she posted a goofy AI video of herself on Twitter today. Some guy, the whole America versus Japan thing. He said, "Hello, Japan. This is how we brush our teeth," and he put a toothbrush on the back of his gun. And then Xanon actually made an AI video of herself doing that. And just to be funny, I said, "Yeah, now floss." And then she posted a picture of herself flossing. And it's like, that's one of the big reasons that I've started doing this and keep doing it as long as I have, because I just meet all these amazing people and just this fascinating story that they have. Like, I've got my story, but I want to help tell their story as well more. Like, that's why I love collabing so much, hanging out with so much, and hanging out with people like you, man, and just doing fascinating, amazing things.
That's not how I meant that to go. Here, let's load.
Yeah. She was actually the number one most remixed character on Suno, or on Sora. Like, there's an option where you can upload a character to make videos, and more people used her than anyone else. Although that's probably because there were like 3 or 4 different versions of Stingy that went Pappet from Lazy Town rather.
Oh, there now it's shown properly on stream. That was weird.
Ah, there you go. I think she gave up on Suno, and now she's just paying for Sedan.
Which is crazy because that thing is expensive as hell.
But if I think she could actually make a career out of it. Like she was literally the number one most used character in all of Suno. So if she's got that kind of push behind her, I think she could do it.
Yeah, she has a pretty good shot.
So this guy's a pretty good shot. He's not blowing off his own brain doing brushing the teeth. God, imagine if you do it with an 8K. Well, obviously it's not loaded, but still. Kids, don't try this at home.
Actually, this is one of the ones Skybrows did. There's amazing work with it. His mother actually wrote the song a long ass time ago, and he's been teaching her how to use AI so that she can actually make the music that she wrote a long time ago and put visuals to it.
That's beautiful. Well, like I said, like AI is for all the detractors and everything. It's not quote unquote traditional art, but it does have a purpose.
Yeah, it still helps people express themselves.
Art form.
It's got its ups and downs, but I mean, it's still fun to mess with.
Yeah, being able to harness it, being able to create amazing things like this. It's a talent in and of itself.
Plus, I mean, it's what I like about his stuff is he's not really making much slop of it because his editing skills are amazing. So he's able to get
there's a lot of human work going into it.
Yeah, like you could see like the glitching in there, helping it to tie in with the beats of the music, and all these different clips had to be edited together. It's a massive undertaking.
It's not like AI is. You don't
get what you want the first time. So when you've got like 100 shots, that's like 500 different shots you had to pick from.
Yeah, a lot of effort went in. They got to give a lot of human effort on top of the AI. And I think that's easily where it's at its best, when it's not just used to swap out like Fruit Island stuff. It's used to kind of help buoy somebody else's native creativity as a tool. And that's kind of what I hope to promote. Like with the April Fool's Day stream and all this cool stuff that you're doing with it. Like you are putting human ingenuity in it.
Yeah, I think the AI stuff works best when it's meant to augment your own creativity, not just trying to over rely on it to put all the content out and do all the work, because it can't. It's not that good yet.
Got a way to go.
There's Nicola.
Is that Charlie or Asmongold?
I think that was Asmongold. Skybrow's just really good about likes putting cameos of people into his videos.
Cool.
So yeah, we actually got Nicola in one. It's a really cool shot too.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll get going, man. Like I got work in the morning. I was glad to be able to hang out with you, man, and really interesting stuff coming, man. I'm really happy you had me.
Yeah, it was awesome hanging out, man. It was fun yapping.
Thanks. Are you gonna keep going, or?
I'll probably keep going for a while, at least until I start to really feel it.
Right. That's what I've had to do these days. Like if I, like when I played Baroque, I knew, and I said at the beginning, if I don't beat the game in the first run, I'm not gonna beat it. It's gonna get worse and worse on. I gotta start listening to the
Yeah. Once your body says it's time to stop, it's going to make you stop.
Yeah, there you go, man. So, Clanker, thank you for stopping by. Everyone, keep the party going. I'm your faithful Amanda Splats, the Amanda Splats Project. And this is the Sunsoka Experience. Y'all have a good night. Talk to you soon, my brother.
Get you next time, man. bring up another window. Splats' channel. Splats is a cool guy. I like hanging out with him. Okay. That's Splats' channel. Splats is awesome. Very chill dude. And open that source. You have a good night, Splats, man. It's 100 shots you had to make to get this to work. All the video editing, that's obvious. I can spot that no problem. I'm curious about the audio. That had to be either he won the RNG lottery and got what he wanted out of it, or he had to edit the living hell out of the audio to get what he needed. Or maybe I'm just really bad at getting Suno to do what I want. So a lot of times it feels like I'm just tard wrangling. It's a lot of editing. Something I always find interesting is the combat he's using in these things. I'm not sure how he gets it to do what he wants. Because usually you tell AI to make a combat thing, it's really slow and clanky and it's got no weight behind it. That's moving pretty quick. Slow shots and could be pretty damn good. Fast, it's awful. And flowing motion, it's really good at flowing like hair or smoke. Keeps like that. I wonder why that is. Fight's got a lot more impact than you usually see on it, so I'm curious how he's pulling that off. That ink flow. I wonder if the video filters are something he edited in, or if that was something that came to video when he made it. I do appreciate that he took a lot of time to make the art styles at least somewhat similar. They're close enough that it's not terrible. That's really cute. His number one fan being his mom. That's sweet. Oh, I should have been subscribed on this account. Oh, it is. I forgot I can't subscribe from a manager thing. Sometimes I forget that I access some of my stuff in weird ways. There's the link. It's got some interesting videos. A lot of cameos. So many cameos. Let's continue to think about some stuff here. I do like how these came out. Here's the volume. Too many interfaces.
Name your grudge. Name your grudge. We'll never fail.
Now on this styles listing, I wonder how much it actually put in there. So I know the lyrics can be wrong, so surely that might be wrong too.
Every proud pine that their sages once sowed, we answered with axes and splinters bestowed. Let them cling to their leaves and their delicate dreams. We'll wear them like trophies on sweat-soaked sleeves. Swing low for the spite of the elves. Cut deep till the branches are felled. If they love these woods, then we'll thin them with
I still liked it being a little darker than this, but it works. It works.
Let the stump stand free. Silverbark shivers when our iron jaws bite. Sap on our knuckles like rings shining bright. Hear their soft arrows whine high in the dark. We answer with laughter and fresh scored bark. They call us uncouth. They call us too crude. We call it a harvest of elf attitude. For every cold glance they threw at our halls, for every smug song they sang to our walls, we'll count fallen trunks like a tally of wrongs, stacked high as our beards, and our roaring songs. Swing low for the spite of the elves. Cut deep till the branches are felled. If they love these woods, then we'll thin them with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free.
I like it. I like it. Remaster. What does that do? What does voice do? I don't know. Let's find out. What did it do? Huh? What is it doing? Is it just pulling that out? I don't know what exactly it's trying to do. Oh, it extracted the voice part. Okay.
We'll never fail.
It's not. Oh, I commented there. There must be a better way for them to obtain that. Create a voice. It's a little vague. What else does it let me do? It's a remaster. Remastering. What exactly does it mean? Just making variations by the sound of it? That's what it looks like.
Stone and beard, blood and ale. Name your grudge, name your grudge. We'll never fail.
How is that one different?
Name your grudge, name your grudge. If they love these woods, then we'll thin them with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free.
It's pretty subtle.
Silverbark shivers when our iron jaws bite. Sap on our knuckles like rings shining bright. Hear their soft arrows whine high in the dark. We answer with
It smells a little bit,
laughter and fresh
tiny bit better.
bark. They call us uncouth. They call us too crude. We call it a harvest of elf attitude. For every cold glance they threw at our halls, for every smug song they sang to our walls, we'll count fallen trunks like a tally of wrongs, stacked high as our beards, and our roaring song. Swing low for the spite of the elves.
Subtle. I kind of like it.
Till the
I don't know if I like it more.
If they love these woods, then we'll thin them with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free. They said, leave the forest, you loud, rough crew. So we carved us a highway straight through.
Original's better so far.
If they love these woods, then we'll thin them with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free.
Original's better so far.
Gourd bark, they call us uncouth, a tally of wrongs, stacked high as our beards, and our roaring song. Swing low for the spite of the elves. Cut.
What's this like?
Stone and beard, blood and
Some changes in the waveform. Maybe it's good.
name your grudge, name your grudge. We'll never fail.
A bit more synthetic sounding.
They said, leave the forest, you loud, rough crew. So we carved us a highway straight through. Every proud pine that
Like the original a bit more so far.
sowed. We answered with axes and splinters bestowed. Let them cling to their leaves and their delicate dreams. We'll wear them like trophies on sweat-soaked sleeves. Swing low for the spite of the elves. Cut deep, arrows whine high in the dark. We answer with laughter and fresh scored bark. stacked high, sang for every cold glance they threw at our halls, for every smug song they sang to our walls. We'll count fallen trunks like a tally of wrongs, stacked high as our beard, and our roaring song.
Let's try again, see what happens. Put it down to the V5 model instead of 5.5. What did it do? So far, the original's still pretty damn solid. I think I want the other ones, yeah.
Let the stump stand free.
Still prefer the original one so far. Maybe this one has a slight edge.
Carved us a highway straight through every proud pine that their sages once sowed. We answered with axes and splinters bestowed. Let them cling to their leaves and their delicate dreams. We'll wear them like trophies on sweat-soaked sleeves. Swing low for the spite of the ills. Cut deep till the branches are felled. If they love these woods, then we'll thin them with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free. Shining bright, long they sang, harvest of elf attitude. For every cold glance they threw at our halls, for every smug song they sang to our walls, we'll count fallen trunks like a tally of wrongs, stacked high as our beards, and our roaring song. Swing low for the spite of the elves.
The vocals are slightly less synthetic.
Till the branches are felled. If they love these woods, then we'll thin them with glee. Raise steel, stone and beard, blood and
Oh, that sounds awful.
rough crew. So we carved us a highway straight through. Bone and beard, blood and hell. First you loud rough crew. So we carved us a highway straight through every proud pine that the sages once sowed. We answered with axes and splinters bestowed. Let them cling to their leaves and their delicate dreams. We'll wear them like trophies on sweat-soaked sleeves. Swing low for the spite of the elves. Cut deep till the branches are felled. If they love these woods, then we'll thin them with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free.
It's still better than the original.
Silver bark shivers when our iron jaws bite. Sap on our knuckles like rings shining bright. Hear their bright.
It just added more synthetic sounding to it. It sounds kind of like it was recorded in a toilet.
They call us uncouth. They call us too crude. We call it a harvest of elf attitude. For every cold glance they threw at our halls, for every smug song they sang to our walls, high as our beards, and our roaring song. Swing low for the spite of the elves. Cut deep till the branches are felled. If they love these woods, then we'll thin 'em with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free. We answered with axes and splinters bestowed. Let 'em cling to their leaves and their delicate dreams. We'll wear 'em like trophies on sweat-soaked sleeves. Their soft arrows whine high in the dark. We answer with laughter and fresh scored bark. Cut deep beards, and our they sang to our walls. We'll cower every cold glance they threw at our halls. For every smug song they sang to our walls, we'll count fallen trunks like a tally of wrongs, stacked high as our beards, and our roaring song. Swing low for the spite of the elves.
He's a tiny bit better.
They said, leave the forest, you loud, rough crew. So we carved us a highway straight through every proud pine that their sages once sowed. We answered with axes and splinters bestowed. Let 'em cling to their leaves and their delicate dreams. We'll wear 'em like trophies on sweat-soaked sleeves. Swing low for the spite of the elves. Cut deep till the branches are felled. If they love these woods, then we'll thin 'em with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free. Silverbark shivers when our iron jaws bite. Sap on our knuckles like rings shining bright. Hear their soft arrows whine high in the dark. We answer with laughter and fresh scored bark. They call us uncouth, they call us too crude. We call it a harvest of elf attitude. For every cold glance,
I like the war horn in there.
at our halls. For every smug song they sang to our walls, we'll count fallen trunks like a tally of wrongs, stacked high as our beards, and our roaring song. Swing low for the spite of the elves. Cut deep till the branches are felled. If they love these woods, then we'll thin 'em with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free.
I am curious. Do we already have a instrumental version? Because I kind of like the beat. It's something to listen to while I do some other work later. Ugh. That's weird.
Let the stammer and fresh scored bark. They call us uncouth. They call us too crude. We call it a harvest of elf attitude. For every cold glance they threw at our halls, for every smug song they sang to our walls, we'll count fallen trunks like a tally of wrongs, stacked high as our beards and our roaring songs. Swing low for the spite of the elves. Cut deep till the branches are felled. If they love these woods, then we'll fit 'em with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free.
It's getting the stems out eventually. There we are. It's just by itself. I could use this as good background music, especially while I'm doing some work. I'll go out for another walk.
They said, leave the forest, you loud, rough crew.
Should be easier to pick out what's good and bad with it now. It just stops. Is that it messing up there? Or?
Dreams, we'll wear 'em like trophies on sweat soaked sleeves.
No, it's supposed to be like that. I could probably edit the gaps out. Like proper software though. I love that wind instrument, whatever the fuck it is. It's good. Percussion's just right. Which is why I think this would be great for when I'm doing some work. It's got a good rhythm to it. Keep me going. So nice when I'm already sleep deprived.
If they love these woods, then we'll thin 'em with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free.
Everything is abrupt, but it works. It really works. Leave this thing saved for now. Time is up. It's about time for me to get another dose of medication in. Otherwise, I'm going to be in a shit ton of pain soon. So let me... You know what? Let's do... Heal edit. I don't know what that does. I'm going to get a drink, refill my meds real quick, before it starts to hurt. But I will be right back. Listen to the hatred.
Stone and beard, blood and ale. Name your grudge, name your grudge. We'll never fail. They said, leave the forest, you loud, rough crew. So we carved us a highway straight through every proud pine that their sages once sowed. We answered with axes and splinters bestowed. Let them cling to their leaves and their delicate dreams. We'll wear them like trophies on sweat-soaked sleeves. Swing low for the spite of the ills. Cut deep till the branches are felled. If they love these woods, then we'll thin them with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Silverbark shivers when our iron jaws bite. Sap on our knuckles like rings shining bright. Hear their soft arrows whine high in the dark. We answer with laughter and fresh scored bark. They call us uncouth, they call us too crude. We call it a harvest of elf attitude. For every cold glance they threw at our halls, for every smug song they sang to our walls, we'll count fallen trunks like a tally of wrongs, stacked high as our beards, and our roaring songs. Swing low for the spite of the elves. Cut deep till the branches are felled. If they love these woods, then we'll thin them with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free. your grudge. Name your grudge. We'll never fail. They said, leave the forest, you loud, rough crew. So we carved us a highway straight through every proud pine that their sages once sowed. We answered with axes and splinters bestowed. Let them cling to their leaves and their delicate dreams. We'll wear them like trophies on sweat-soaked sleeves. Swing low for the spite of the elves. Cut deep till the branches are felled. If they love these woods, then we'll thin them with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Silverbark shivers when our iron jaws bite. Sap on our knuckles like rings shining bright. Hear their soft arrows whine high in the dark. We answer with laughter and fresh scored bark. They call us uncouth, they call us too crude. We call it a harvest of elf attitude. For every cold glance they threw at our halls, for every smug song they sang to our walls, we'll count fallen trunks like a tally of wrongs, stacked high as our beards, and our roaring songs. Swing low for the spite of the elves. Cut deep till the branches are felled. If they love these woods, then we'll thin them with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free. Stone and beard, blood and ale. Name your grudge. Name your grudge. We'll never fail. They said, leave the forest, you loud, rough crew. So we carved us a highway straight through every proud pine that their sages once sowed. We answered with axes and splinters bestowed. Let them cling to their leaves and their delicate dreams. We'll wear them like trophies on sweat-soaked sleeves. Swing low for the spite of the elves. Cut deep till the branches are felled. If they love these woods, then we'll thin them with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Silverbark shivers when our iron jaws bite. Sap on our knuckles like rings shining bright. Hear their soft arrows whine high in the dark. We answer with laughter and fresh scored bark. They call us uncouth, they call us too crude. We call it a harvest of elf attitude. For every cold glance they threw at our halls. For every smug song they sang to our walls. We'll count fallen trunks like a tally of wrongs, stacked high as our beards, hey, and our roaring songs. Swing low for the spite of the elves. Cut deep till the branches are felled. If they love these woods, then we'll thin them with glee. Raise steel, let the stump stand free. Stone and beard, blood and ale. Name your grudge, name your grudge. We'll never fail. They said, leave the forest, you loud, rough crew.
Anyway.
So we carved us a highway straight through every proud pine.
So the medication was wearing off a little bit more than I thought it was. I didn't realize it until I started walking around. That kind of hurt. Oh, fuck. I'll wake you right up. Feels like, I don't know, getting... Like when you get punched really hard, you have that growing pain that comes afterwards. This is what it generally feels like when the medication starts to wear off. It's just like all through my chest and in all my joints. It's really unpleasant. Don't recommend it. So, recollecting the brain cells here. I got 500 songs, Jesus. Well, 500 tracks. Yeah. That's interesting. It shows up different. What's that about? I got it. It's considering a different track because I split the stems, so each stem showing up as a different thing. I got you. Right. And how you been, Brian? How's life? What was this? Don't recall.
Elves, cut deep till the branches have shelves.
Let's make a whole new mistake. Pain. Where is it? string thing back up. Base detailers. Where's my other project hiding? Splats is sleeping. We're gonna do things. Blur that until we know what's happening. Okay, yeah, that's safe. Yeah, spots like it. We're saving that so I can send it to him. He's gonna like it. These workflow things are getting more and more complicated. Yeah, it's not supposed to be Eiffel. It's supposed to be the base. What was it? Fighting scene. Then perspective. I'm not sure what that's going to do. And then arc. Tone those way down. Now let's see what we get. Blurred for my safety. It's a bit more cartoony. Just gotta wait for the first part to finish. Yeah, I was right. Huh. What about instead of Euler? Oh, that is awful. Safety blur. Yeah, it's safe. That's fucked. Let's mess around with some other things. Man. My throat continues to be destroyed. Red sauce. No, that's not going to work. Screen area. I'll learn this man's editing. It's misbehaving. Just replay. That's not what I want. Is that stuff all safe? Yeah. Behave. Evil thing. There. I'm curious about some of the editing, how many shots there are in these things. I just really look at it for a change. First, I need some caffeine, because that always helps the medication kick in faster. 1 second. Okay. That's really bad coffee. So, let's do a think. Nah. Wait, I got a stupid idea. I think you can make this work. I need a counter. How would I describe what I'm looking for? Counter clicker, that's the word.
Up schmeats like a furry messiah. Slide your pride aside, my mission. Base department, simply love proposition. Nonsense without contextual. A flaming paradox, a spectacle. Like intellectual over sexual. But we wanna keep it respectable. No fox given. I lit the flame I was given. Ring ding ding, what does the fox say? Truth be
Doing the same thing.
fake. Okay, simple symbiosis, yeah, you know the way. Fuzzy tail a day from your kitsune. Quangalang like bro, but they're all no show. Though half them yaps make you stop like whoa. Now they're coming for my jugular, 'cause I'm just a little jugular. Purity spiral dice.
Oh, that's a bit fucked. I get what he's going for, but that is a bit fucked.
Into division, no cap cuts, a clean incision. Snowflakey tears for a living. You know it's no fox given. Can't help but speak with precision.
I wonder if he's intended them to come out with this kind of styling, or if it just happened when you tried to get it turned into video. Because I see that happen a lot. Like you give it a very specific image as a style, and then when it tries to animate it, it just fucks that all up and just kind of substitutes a slightly different style that can already work with. Especially Grok. Grok's really bad about that.
Nothing hidden. Ring ding ding, what does the fox say? Oh my god, spicy take. Okay, simple symbiosis, yeah, you know the way. They get more.
It's always interesting how like any single frame tends to be a bit derpy. But as long as it stays in motion, your brain doesn't really notice it too well.
Each passing day. Quang-a-lang like bro, but they're all no show. Though half them yaps make you stop like whoa.
What I'm curious about is, on his videos, there's definitely a lot of different styles going through on here. Image styles. But it doesn't feel as jarring when it's swapped between them. A lot of the other ones it does. It can't just be the editing. Because other ones have pretty good editing too. Is it maybe like the glitch effect he has going through it to help make it tie together in your brain, or what? Or is it that he's doing a lot of jump cuts in there that makes it just kind of go with it? Or is that he's just not really lingering on any one shot for all that long?
Lend your voice to what it must defend, cause truth don't bend like a passing trend. Some type of way you feel, I appeal with the real spiel's been stamped by the common seal. No fox given, it's not a hard decision. Ring ding ring, what does the fox say? Moon your business, fox who don't play. Simple symbiosis, yeah, you know the way.
That's all fucked.
Fuzzy till a day keeps the cray at bay. Quang-a-lang like bro, but they're all no show. Though half them yaps make you stop like.
I wonder what you gotta do to make it stay on model. I mean, I know he's definitely using different things than I do.
Shake those tails in the air like a fox.
Is that an animated that style, or is that a filter?
Shake those tails in the air.
Okay, the blurring thing is definitely edited in. Okay, yeah, it was made, the image was made with the brushstrokes and shit on it. Because as it moves, the brushstrokes on his face stay there. And I don't think just a regular image filter would be able to do that. That's interesting. Right here. Oh, this thing's not even showing it properly, is it? Oh, god damn thing. You fix it. Get rid of the yellow border.
In the air like a fox.
There, now it's behaving again. Oop, fuck the eye again.
Make you stop like whoa. Shake those tails in the air.
The artifacting is always interesting. Because there is little bits here that as the hair moves through it, disappears. Actually, all the little strokes up on the shoulder get kind of weird as the hair interacts with it. Go away. There. Now, I wonder if that means, like, it was the hair generated first and then the shirt? Or is the shirt then the hair? Does it generate it all together? And it's just trying to keep the detail here and that's what's fucking it up? Because it's like the style on the shirt interacts weirdly as the hair passes it. Let's do that. Hands go over it. Yeah, the shadow gets kind of weird, but that just might be stylizing. I don't know if that's just, if that's the weird interaction there. No, it is. Get this kind of shadow thing up on your shirt. And as the fingers get near it, they get all mixed up. Same with the creases in the shirt. I wonder if you could use that to try and figure out, like, is the entire image being made in one shot, or does it actually have like little elements down, like say, does it generate the face first, and then the hair, and then the shirt, and then the hand, or is it doing like all foreground items, and then going a little bit back, and then doing the background as separate things? Just curious how these things make stuff. Oh, it's got like a, what do they call them, color grading filter over it or something. Which makes me think this is the color grading filter. So this mushiness. They're kind of doing it there too. As one object comes close to another, the one in the background gets kind of smeared. Hands are doing concerning things. I wonder what he's telling it to do that it makes these weird backgrounds. That's cute. That's way more detailed. You know, that kind of reminds me of when you tell Grok to make something 3D. It all gets kind of smoothed over. Works fine on female things, but if you've got like a male dude, it's gonna kind of make him into a femboy. Yeah, it's doing it there too. The finger goes across the mouth. There. It kind of breaks. Is that happening because it has like individual details? Like it's got a checklist of, okay, I need hand here, I need face here, as it's trying to make sure that the hand stays in existence. Is it just like fucking up the background parts as it gets blended together? Geez, missing a finger. Right there. A lot of effects layered onto it, which is probably smart. I imagine with all these little edits, maybe that's what keeps your brain from noticing the little fucked up bits. It's like the slits for the eyes are constantly changing shape, but it goes by so fast. I don't know if your eyes are really going to be there long enough to really pick that up. Thank you. I know how closed captioning works. Evil thing. Smooth. The blur kicks in. Is he jumping forward on the timeline like ever so slow? Yeah. I don't know if these are two different shots. See, the arm position changed a bunch. This is like jumping forward on the same shot, or is it a completely different shot? It's getting a little weird about the glasses, but that just might be YouTube being YouTube. Yeah, as he does the blurry effect, he jumps forward. I mean, again, or it's actually a different clip. Like maybe he's done an extension. He keeps telling Rock to extend it, extend it, extend it. Just takes them all edits together with that blur acting like transition. You skip it forward a bit. Like, a lot of taillights now, they have kind of like an animated thing where they don't just go on, off, on, off. It's more of a transition on a lot of newer cars. Because if you blink during the change, sometimes your brain won't actually pick up on what happened. So there was a lot of car accidents being caused because people's brains weren't picking up that it like someone's taillight had kicked on, so it would rear end somebody in front of them. I wonder if it's kind of like the same thing here, where if you, the blur kind of distracts you from it, then you step forward a little. How does that look when we play at normal speed then? Maybe I'm just stupid. You don't even notice it. Don't even notice it.
What's real in life if the
That was the wrong button. Yeah. Yeah, I can't even tell it happened there. Got those little jumps in this part. I mean, the second part of that clip, you can tell it's jumping around, but yeah, the first part, you don't even notice it. It's interesting. Okay. It's interesting. It does the explosion. It jumps forward a little bit. Yeah, it's like smooth. It's pretty close to this brain. Nice and close. And the head jumps forward. That's probably nothing, but it's interesting. Huh, I wonder why I did it like that. I think it's just how the video was made. Like the clip. It does like two smooth frames that are pretty close, and then a jump. Too smooth, jump, smooth. Yeah. Just one. Two is pretty close. Jump for 3. 4 is pretty close. Jump for 5. 6 is pretty close. Jump for 7. 8 is pretty close. Jump for 9. Yeah, it's pattern. That's interesting. I wonder if that's to make it, if that was like an artifact of how it was imported with different frame rates or something, or I don't think that was intentional. That would be weird. It would take that much time to make it happen. Is that maybe how the video generation thing saves on processing by doing like 2 similar ones jump? So you can like skip those frames and those little jump parts to get the animation. Or did he cut some frames out to give it more, to make time pass faster and give it a faster flow to it? So like skipping in betweens in an animation, so it's less smooth, but it feels faster. I don't know what that's called. I just know it's a thing. Huh. Yeah, it's pretty consistent. Even when the blur effect kicks in, it's still happening. I mean, they're 2 different things. You still could have done one. Could have edited the clip first and then put it in and then put the blur over that. That doesn't really mean nothing. I suppose it also could have been like it was too smooth and you just pause on a frame. No, that doesn't make sense because the background changes a bunch. They have extra arms. 3 arms now. Interesting. Yeah. 1, 2, jump. 1, jump. I suppose it could also just be YouTube doing that. One, 2, jump. 1, 2, jump. No, it's a 3rd. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, jump. 2. The pattern doesn't hold up in all of them, though. So maybe it is nothing. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is a lot. There's a lot more in between frames on these. There's another fast part. Is that how it makes it seem faster and more impacty? 1, 2. It does kind of feel like it skips frames, doesn't it? 1, 2, boom, 1, 2, boom, 2, 3, boom, 2, 3, 2, 3, jump. Huh. 1, 2, 1, 2, jump. 1, 2. Wait, no, that'd be 1, 2, jump. 2, jump. 2, jump. 2, 2, jump. 2, jump. It might just be YouTube doing that. That has me curious. Are these little jump frames from the AI thing? Is that from YouTube, or did he edit out frames to make it faster? Are there other parts? It's a terrible looking thing. Whoa. That's fucked. Huh. A lot of these individual frames are so bad. It's funny. It's interesting, though.
Kind slip the high from the edge and back from the ledge. Cancelled cancellation. Now we're flying full fledged. No fox given. You know we got the golden ribbon. Ring ding ding. What does the fox say? Lines are all nine.
Does have a consistent timing. Yeah, the body moves about the same amount between frames. Blur cut. Yeah, as soon as blur happens, it moves a little bit. It's a lot of cuts. I gotta sit down with those county clickery thingies. See just how many there were.
No, no way. Fuzzy dinner day sweeps decay away. Quite a line like bro, but they're all no show. Though half them yaps make you stop like. No fox given.
Huh. That's interesting. Let's try something else.
GPT or generative pre-trained transformer is a large language model, or an LLM, that can generate human-like text. And I've been using GPT in its various forms for years. In this video, we are going to, number one, ask what is an LLM. Number two, we are going to describe how they work. And then number three, we're going to ask what are the business applications and adaptable output. And large language models are instances of foundation models applied specifically to text and text-like things. I'm talking about things like code. Now, large language models are trained on large data sets of text, such as books, articles, and conversations. And look, when we say large, these models can be tens of gigabytes in size and trained on enormous amounts of text data. We're talking potentially petabytes of data here. So to put that into perspective, a text file that is, let's say, 1 gigabyte in size, that can store about 171 GB. And how many gigabytes are in a petabyte? When it comes to, and the more parameters a model has, the more complex it can be. GTP3, for example, is pre-trained on a corpus of actually 45 terabytes of data. And it
How
uses
do they work?
LM equals three things: data,
Right.
architecture, and lastly, we can think of it as training. Those three things
Look at that.
are really
Look
the
at that.
components of an LLM.
What does he
Now,
mean
we've already discussed
specifically
the
with
enormous
architecture?
amounts of text data that goes into these things. As for the architecture, this is a neural network, and for GPT, that is a transformer. And the transformer architecture enables the model to handle sequences of data like sentences or lines of code. And transformers are designed to understand the context of each word in a sentence by considering it in relation to every other word. This allows the model to build a comprehensive understanding of the sentence structure and the meaning
So
of the words
transformers
within
of
it.
context.
And then this architecture is trained on all of this large amount of data. Now, during training, the model learns to predict the next word in a sentence. So the sky is, it starts
the next
off with
pixel in a
with
picture.
a random guess. The sky is bug.
Or the next note or something.
But with each iteration, the model adjusts its internal parameters to reduce the difference between its predictions and the actual outcomes. And the model keeps doing this, gradually improving its word predictions until it can reliably generate coherent sentences. Forget about bug. It can figure out it's blue. Now, the model can be fine-tuned on a smaller, more specific data set. Here, the model refines its understanding to be able to perform this specific task more accurately. Fine-tuning is what allows a general language model to become an expert at a specific task. Okay, so how does this all fit into number 3, business applications? Well, for customer service applications, businesses can use LLMs to create intelligent chatbots that can handle a variety of customer queries.
Yeah, no, that's where you're getting into bullshit. I'm not interested in the ad partner who wants to sell it to me.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first video in our series on understanding large language models, or LLMs.
Of course, it's
Whether you're
AI
a beginner
voice too.
or just curious about AI, this series will break down.
That's more interesting.
Architecture was first introduced in the groundbreaking research paper, Attention is All You Need. It consists of two main components, the encoder, as highlighted, and the decoder, which together form the transformer architecture. Initially, the encoder and decoder of transformers were designed for neural machine translation tasks, like translating from English to French language. The encoder takes input text in English, processes them, and generates the context vector. Then the decoder takes the context vector and generates the translated text in French. However, in modern large language models like GPT, as introduced in this paper by OpenAI on generative pre-training the language model, the encoder part is omitted and only the decoder part is used in the architecture. This decoder-only model takes input text and predicts the next word, allowing it to generate coherent and contextually relevant text. But have you ever wondered how LLMs can write code, generate poems, tell jokes, summarize text, and perform so many language-based tasks? It all comes down to one simple yet powerful idea: the power of next word prediction. At its core, an LLM is designed to do one thing: predict the next word in a sequence. For example, if you start with word the, let's say the model predicts cat, and we append it to the context, then with the cat, the model predicts sat. The cat sat, the model predicts on. By repeating this process, the model generates entire sentences, paragraphs, or even documents. This ability to understand context makes next word prediction so powerful. It's not just randomly guessing words, it's about predicting the most likely word based on the context of the sentence. This predictive nature of LLMs is called an autoregressive model. Mathematically, as shown in the screen, the next word is predicted based on all previous words using conditional probability, where WT is the next word to be predicted. WW1, W2, WT minus 1 are the previous words in the sequence. And the equation represents the conditional probability of the next word occurring given the prior context. As in this example, the text, the cat sat on a, is a context word, And then the model generates the probability for the next word, which then the token is sampled using the probability. But how does the model calculate this probability? To understand that, we need to explore the decoder architecture. The decoder is the engine behind text generation.
I see. That probability is based on how strong it associates word 1 from word 2.
In large language models, LLMs. Before an LLM can generate text, it must be trained on a massive data set. After the model is trained, we can use it to generate text by providing some context words. For example, when we give the text, "the capital of France is," to the model, it is first tokenized into individual tokens, which are then sent to the decoder block of the LLM. The model then outputs a probability distribution of the most likely next words. Next, we sample from that distribution and obtain the next word. In our case, the model generates Paris. So, in order for the model to correctly predict the most likely next word, it must be trained on a massive amount of data. This includes all kinds of books, documents, articles, newspapers, journals, the entire
this is for the basic.
and
It's not what I'm
contains
interested
trillions
in.
of words. Capital of France? Swing. What do you think it predicts? A question mark? Yes, a question mark is the most likely next token because after asking a question, we usually write a question mark. A large language model only predicts the next most likely word based on the given context, so this response is actually correct. Now let's try another prompt. The
And
capital of
throws that
France
off a little bit so you don't get the same
what might
answer
be
all
the
the
next
time.
word? Most likely
Or a
Paris.
seed.
But wait,
Noise.
after training
Depends
on
what they want to call
terabytes
it.
of data, is this just a simple autocompletion? Yes, because the model you use in apps like ChatGPT has undergone further training. The first stage of training is called the pre-training phase. The model trained on raw data sets containing trillions of words is called the foundational model or base model. This model is excellent at understanding language and generating coherent text, but is not yet ready to function as a chatbot. So the next stage after pre-training is supervised fine-tuning, which helps the model follow instructions and behave like a chatbot. During supervised fine-tuning, the model is trained with carefully prepared data sets labeled by human annotators.
Oh, so like how they had to train ChatGPT how to do math properly. Because people suck at math. It was getting math problems wrong all the time. Misspelling things all the time. So they had to go in and fix that.
On the
Tell it
screen,
not to
you
do
can see
it.
an example of a data set used to fine-tune the base model. Take a look at these special tokens: system, user, assistant, and EOS, or end of sentence token. These data sets are formatted using a prompt template, which varies depending on the LLM provider. For example, OpenAI, MetaLlama, and other providers might use different prompt formats, but the idea remains the same: creating data sets that mimic real human assistant conversations. The
Right.
training process remains
Obviously.
similar, but the data set quality is significantly improved with well-structured, human-like conversations. Now, after fine-tuning on such data sets, let's test our fine-tuned LLM. On the user interface, a person types a message to the LLM. For example, suppose the user asks, "Write a Python program to add 2 numbers." Before reaching the LLM, the question goes through several processing steps, depending on the appropriate or not. However, in our case, we use a simple prompt template that we define during the fine-tuning phase. Now, our question is wrapped in a prompt
I've seen that
template
go back
with
and
some
forth.
system instructions and an empty field for the assistant's response. Since the model predicts the next most likely word, what do you think the first generated token might be? Let's see. The model generates "sure" as the first token. Once generated, it is sent to the user. Because time. Each newly generated token is appended to each example in the training dataset. Thus, when using an LLM by giving the prior tokens or context to generate new tokens in a loop, the model stops either when it encounters the end of sentence token or when a predefined maximum token limit is reached. Finally, responses like code snippets are parsed and formatted for better readability. Fine-tuning can be tailored to specific purposes depending on the desired application of the LLM, so we can prepare the dataset accordingly. Style,
Okay.
some math problems,
Getting
then we
back to
prepare
basics
various
again here.
instruction following techniques. This concludes the second phase of training an LLM, known as fine-tuning, which can be done multiple times depending on the use. This is an advanced topic that we'll cover in upcoming videos, human preferences. In this phase, a reward model is introduced. The LLM receives a higher reward for generating useful, aligned responses and a lower reward for poor responses. Over time,
Now, I'm curious with whole host of chatbots and stuff like that. How do I integrate that into it? Because the ones I have now, like when I'm trying to get it to like generate short stories for me, just to have something to read when I'm at work. I can extend the response it gave me, or I can just rewrite it. I don't get the option of grading it as positive or negative. Like, you did a good job, you did a shit job. I wonder, maybe I'm just using a shitty models or self-hosting option. Maybe there is one that lets you do this, but I haven't seen it. I've used like 3 so far.
the model learns what kind of responses humans prefer and adjusts accordingly. This completes the common training phases of an LLM before it is deployed for production. Now you understand why the decoder in a transformer architecture is so powerful for next word prediction and how it enables us to generate stories, poems, code, and more. But if you're curious how the model gets so good at predicting the probability of the next words, we need to explore the decoder architecture. Before diving into LLM architectures like GPT, Mistral, or Gemini, is done as a first step. And then word embeddings, which involve converting tokens into numerical representations that capture meaning and context. Then comes the most important part of LLM attention mechanism, which help the model focus on relevant words and helps to understand the context. Then we have other components like feed-forward neural network and residual connections. Then finally, the output layer where we get the prediction probabilities for the next token. Understanding these components is crucial before diving into full LLM architectures like GPT. This video was just a basic introduction. The next, understanding these model focus on relevant words and helps to understand the context and mechanisms that capture meaning and context. Then comes the most important part of LLM attention mechanism, which help the model focus on relevant words and helps to understand the context. Then we have other components like feed-forward neural network and residual connections. Then finally, the output layer where we get the prediction probabilities for the next token. Understanding these components is crucial before diving into full LLM.
So I wonder, how hard is it to keep breaking the context part? Because if you break that, and all of his predictions going forward get worse and worse. You should probably explain why, like when you start speaking gibberish to it, it starts giving you gibberish back. This is usually how I can break these things pretty quick. Or you start intentionally contradicting things. On the back end, I wonder how those contradictions actually look to it. I know in the longer chats, it's just forgetting the other stuff I did. But what happens if I start intentionally feeding it contradictory things and making sure it's still actually getting all the data? It's not just forgetting it by hitting the token limit. I have to experiment with that, see what it does. Because like doing it on text, that's pretty easy. How would I do that with like an image one? And how do I feed gibberish to image completion? Text completion, yeah, you just say it's Tuesday and you say it's Thursday. There you go. You contradict yourself. How do you do it with a picture? And imagine I would need to have a different way of getting the inputs to it. Because if you're just giving it text, it's not going to... I need to look into how that functions a little bit more. Mm-hmm. We need to read into this more. What other bullshittery can I do? I've been up for 12:43. 22 hours. 12 of which were at work. The day job. I'm definitely happy that I could coax this thing into working like an app. Because keeping track of all the node windows is a pain in the ass. I definitely have a bunch of models I got to download. This one's just like help you write better prompts, which also means it'll help me to better understand how it interprets my prompts. You better get a better grip on like how they understand what you tell them. That's interesting to me. Doesn't mean obviously you don't just tell it give me a good video. It gives you one. You got to know how to explain things to it. So I think this sort of thing where it critiques your prompts, I think that's going to be very useful for me. It's always ignoring details I give it. Maybe this could help me narrow down why it ignores those details. Actually, I don't know what this is trying to say. Is this supposed to be my positive? It doesn't seem to have done anything. It moved a little bit around. Like where that part is, it got moved. Why is it just kind of off on its own? I'm not quite following how to use this. I'll have to look that up. hunt it down. Because it didn't come with it, and it's not showing up. The manager. Bastard. Oh, it's just empty. I have to do a bunch of downloading while I go to sleep tonight. Oh, the crap we got to get done. I got some things to print. Which means the printer needs to get cleaned up. Again, print heads. And what else do we got though? Yeah, I gotta print some canvas things out. Got a few invoices to check on, make sure they've actually sent properly. Just keep getting thrown in people's spam folders, so I gotta send a copy to the email to myself and then forward those out to people to make sure it's actually getting to their inbox. What else we need to know? Bloody. There's something I'm forgetting. I've got the model downloads. Fancy. Most of that is just to fix the face and the eyes. The eyes always seem to get fucked up on the models I use. And it goes back and redraws them, making it at least tolerable. Well, no, I woke up at 3 a.m., right? It's almost 1 a.m. Yeah, it's 22 hours. I think. Yeah, like 22 hours. Oh. I don't really want to move because I know as soon as I get up, I'm going to be in so much pain again. Oh, I gotta check tracking numbers. I got a bunch of stuff that's supposed to show up this week. Like a replacement for the acrylic that didn't show up last week. Yeah, that's a lot. And sleep. I should do a sleep. That's a thing I should do. I hear it's really cool. I think I'll call it for tonight. Right? I'll post songs I made to the Discords, pass out while the models download. 3 or 4 hours to wake up again. Do what needs to get done. I'll take another 2 or 3 hour nap. And then I can fuck around. Well, yeah. As long as the work's done, I should be able to fuck around for the rest of the day. So it'll probably be another stream. I was going to say tomorrow, but today. It's already Monday. So I'll probably fuck around on a streaming thing later on today. Go over some more of the info I figured out. If you want to learn more about those card games, Splat, I want to talk to Himawari. I'd love to hang out with the homie. Been a while. Need to catch up with Kivy, see how she been. Seen some worrying posts on their timeline. There's a few people I want to get a hold of. None urgent, though, I don't think. I gotta ask the boss what size canvas you'd like that stuff printed on, because I have 3 sizes. I forgot about that. I was supposed to text him earlier. Completely slipped my mind. But for now, we'll call it, and then I'll do a part 2 later today. Probably later in the evening, because I got a bunch of crap to get done first. A lot of paperwork needs to get filed. And sometime this week, I got to clean the shop again. Dust is building up. Photos. We got to do photos today. I do a bunch of pictures for products. A few people know about the business being shutting down for a while. I don't think I have to go to the doctor this week, which is great. That shit's getting expensive. Yeah, I think it's about it. It shouldn't be too bad of a week. So, I'm going to call it there. Have a cool night. I'll hope to catch you again later, Clinker. It's Splat, so look forward to having another chat with you. And Brian, I'll probably catch you around tomorrow. If not in my stream, someone else's. And who else popped in? Nobody. Nice, peaceful night stream. Yeah, I'll take care. It was only a 4-hour stream. Yeah, it was a short stream. It's only 4 hours. We'll do like 10 or 12 at some point this week. That'd be a good move. Night, yo.